You got me for like a solid minute like this. This thing is drilling into my head.
Hey, where? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Kind of.
Can I be heard?
I can
A
hear
little
you.
bit.
I can hear you.
I'm talking to a mask. Hello, everybody. We're
Hi.
coming in. Got little surprises for you. We're all dressed up for today's. I'm gonna start on you guys first and let you guys introduce.
Let's
and
go.
forward with that. So we're all ready. Hey, welcome everybody to the podcast.
Listen. It's supposed to be Jason, but I straight up look like a fucking Jabberwocky.
You're the
I-
Jabberwocky
I
that got
look
rejected.
I look like a Jabberwocky. Yeah, the fat Jabberwocky.
I like the
I was
name.
gonna say that.
He wasn't clean shaven and he was too fat to be in the dance group.
Yeah, I'm a delivery driver for Pizza Planet from Toy Story.
Yes, sir. And then,
Yeah.
Peter LaFleur from Dodgeball.
so we introduced all of our your guys. What? Oh yeah, he ate the.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Pizza's gone.
And then as you can see, I got my boy Ghostface. I can't even fucking hear me. I gotta like put it like right here. There's like a little slit.
Well,
right here.
they're not gonna be. They're not gonna be on much longer.
Oh yeah, no, this thing's definitely.
This thing's
coming off.
hot.
But I had to.
This
Trying to rock
jacket
this
is hot, dude.
mustache.
I had to be my boy Ghostface. Had to do it.
Fuck.
Got the whole merch on. Got the James and I are cute. And we're matching, having jerseys on and shit.
Yeah, we're two pop culture references,
Looking
and
at
they're just
boys.
horror movie people.
Yes, sir. Cause we cool like that. We're dope. Can we talk about Jason X? Love how Jason ended in space. We're definitely gonna talk about that for fucking sure.
Jason in space, dude.
Can't-
What
I'm
a
a-
concept.
I'm gonna see how long I can go. I'm gonna see how long.
You've
I
already
can
made
go.
it further than me, homie.
But I am definitely fucking dying.
thing is
for
drilling
sure.
into
This is
my
called
fucking
Jason Unmasked.
Nobody
Nah.
makes me
Christ.
bleed my own
Episode.
blood.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
No, so he's going the whole time. He's rocking that stash the whole
Trying,
Dude, that is incredible.
whole 3 hours of it.
That is incredible.
What is it? And Freddy versus Jason, it was a cool concept. It was a cool concept. Not the greatest movie, I'll say
No.
that for sure.
No.
Cool concept, but
Also,
terrible
guys,
movie.
we kind of introduced our guest and what his Halloween costume
No,
is, but
so-
we have not
That's
introduced
what,
him
that's what I was
first.
about to say. We all introduced ourselves as
Yeah.
our characters, so now we need to introduce. As always, my name is Ryan, your guys' host. Welcome to the podcast. That podcast being Sweet Nostalgia. I am your guys' host, Ryan, as always. And then these beautiful guys over here. I'll let you. We'll start with James
Go
over
for it.
here.
Hey,
Do a little intro.
Hey,
peaked. My
Oh,
bad.
wow.
It's James.
it's,
You know me.
it's Jams.
Welcome back.
It's Jams.
It's your boy.
It's your boy.
Hello,
I
guys.
had to give up on the mask very quickly. That thing was just.
And I just-
forehead. It's got these. Like it's got these 3 dots right there on the forehead. See
Yeah.
them bad boys?
Wait, I think you can pop this one out. Oh no, you can't. Never mind.
Anyways, there's 3 dots right there on the forehead, and it was pushing so hard against my forehead that it fucking hurt.
I think it left a mark.
It did leave a mark.
Yeah.
They can't see it on
I
camera.
think
but-
like the first time he put it on,
Yeah,
he took
I put it
off
on
and he was-
earlier. Yeah, when I first got
he
it.
showed us and he's like, it's pretty fucked.
Yeah, it fucking hurt.
But
Hi, Annie.
Annie,
Hello.
welcome back.
sorry, Knox, got to be quicker than that. Also, hi, buddies.
Knox.
I love how she comes in with every podcast. Every
Yeah.
time she's like, hi, buddies.
Dude, you guys got to be
Oh,
quick.
by the
with
way,
Annie's
yeah,
the
we know Ryan sounds like shit. He's trying really hard just so you guys can hear him.
I'm
He's
sorry.
peeking away through the
He's
mic.
trying.
Yeah.
It's hard, dude. I gotta like
Yeah.
talk from up here. Like, hey, can you guys?
Actually, that's
What's up?
That's actually
it's a
better.
bit worse.
Ah,
Yeah, there you go.
Hey guys.
That's
Oh,
not. That's
boy.
please don't. Please don't.
But all right,
Please
Brandon.
don't.
Who's
Hey
that?
guys, it's your favorite knucklehead. It's Brandon.
favorite jackass.
That's the
Favorite
big one.
jackass.
It's favorite jackass.
Yes, I'm the jackass member.
But we do.
Oh, and our very special guest today,
Very, very special.
James's one and only baby brother,
Michael.
Do you guys see
Michael,
the resemblance?
Big Mikey.
Yes, sir.
Big Mike.
James's wee baby boy.
No,
Wee
this,
baby boy.
this is Mikey's first time doing this kind of stuff, so definitely show him some love. And
He's nervous, guys.
He's a
A
little,
little bit.
nervous.
A little bit.
all right, I wasn't gonna out him.
No, you
Hey,
gotta,
you know what?
hey,
Out
listen,
me.
Shit.
you gotta
It is
let
what
him.
it is.
You gotta put it out there so everyone knows he's nervous,
Yeah.
so they can really make fun of him for it, and then
Absolutely.
he'll never be nervous
I
again.
feel like it's in their bloodline. Whenever they feel pressure, they just perform. I feel like
Yes,
James was
sir.
a little nervous too the first time, and he did great.
No, I wasn't nervous at all. I'm fucking rock solid. Not.
Pause.
I mean.
Pause.
I can't.
All right, we are on YouTube.
I mean,
oh, dear
but-
Lord.
But yeah, no, definitely. That's a
it's a beautiful Fu Manchu.
Manchu.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen Dodgeball, Annie? It's a great movie. If you
That's my
haven't seen it,
favorite
you
horror
really
film.
should see it.
Dude, it's funny.
Oh no, it's a great fucking movie. But no, as you guys can tell today by today's title and stuff, we're gonna get into the spooky, as you can tell by the new background and trying to light it a little bit more spooky.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
We're trying some new stuff with the lighting and everything. So
I drink my own piss because it's sterile. I like the taste.
that's it. Glad that you're sterile. For
Hold
sure.
on a minute.
I don't like what just happened.
Michelle.
What just happened? I'll be real with you. It made me uncomfortable.
That's good. But we're getting into the spook today. We're gonna get into all the scary movies, our ties into it, and I'm pretty excited about this because because I've always been a pretty big horror guy. Love the spooky stuff. Love just everything about it, the grotesque horror or just psychological horror, all of it. But what I like is that a lot of these guys over here are not very big into the spooky. I think James just recently got into it. Mikey is still getting into it.
Novice.
I have
And-
been into it since my teenage
A
years.
novice.
Yeah, and then Brandon has his.
I'm not big on slasher films, but I love
Yeah.
horror movies.
Yeah, I got out of the slasher phase after my ex.
No, I'll say when it comes to me and slashers, like I obviously have my favorite, but other than
Mhm.
that, like I just kind of
Yeah.
stick with.
I
Everyone has a
like,
favorite.
yeah, I know. I haven't seen. I've seen bits and pieces of Scream movies, but Jason movies were always very good for me.
No, I
Freddy
will,
versus Jason is still one of my favorites.
we,
Yeah.
we definitely have to
Classic.
sit down.
Classic.
I've never seen it.
Freddy
Really?
versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason.
Dude,
Nope.
The
It's-
ending.
it's-
The
I
ending.
watched that when I was a
I'm gonna be
kid.
real with you. The ending
Never
kind of
seen
sucks.
it.
Little spoiler alert. Ending kind of sucks because
know.
I mean, it's been out for
He,
like
like-
10 years.
I
Yeah,
know
he
Freddy
does.
wins.
well, no, actually no. There's no like winning between either one of them. The
Oh.
dude, like Jason, takes him into. Sorry,
Emergency.
Bro.
my diabetic meter's going off.
Diseases.
Oof.
Diseases.
Are
No,
you stupid, man?
when it comes into like the horror stuff,
Being
so,
diabetic is not a disease; it's a condition. It's a condition. Piece of shit. Anyways, so the ending of Freddy versus Jason, basically Jason takes him into Crystal Lake and like kills him, but then brings his head back out, so he's still alive. So there's really like,
There's no
It's-
real
it's a
winner.
it's a,
It's a
yeah, it
silly
was just a.
like
I
It
mean,
was-
so
it's a
like
fan
all but the
service
ending,
movie
all
for
but the
sure.
ending was good. Like all but the ending was good, but like the ending is kind of just takes it out of it.
horror guy or horror guy couldn't hear you through the mask. Hey, whatever.
Why don't you just take it off, man?
I'm-
Because
I'm-
it's a mix between being too muffled and
fucking-
peaking.
Yeah, it is bad.
I'm trying, man.
That's
Just to be a part, because they have their costumes on, so I'm
And
trying
you
to
still have the
dedicate-
jersey on. You're still representing.
Oh, I'm just trying, man.
Okay.
That's right, man.
dedicated-
Sorry, guys.
You're
We tried talking him out of it.
hard-hitting.
Dedicated to the craft.
He's a piece of shit.
But when it comes to like slasher movies, like I don't know, I kind of.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Fuck off.
Yeah, there you go. There
There
we
it is.
go.
Face reveal.
Eat my fucking.
It was him the whole time.
Hey, the mask on. Is a horrible burn scar now.
Ghostface unmasked.
And then he's gonna fix his hair
can't
now.
While he's
help but
doing
princess.
this,
touch
Mikey,
some
what
of
was
this
like your favorite just horror slasher film growing up? Do you remember?
If I had to pick, it would be Chucky.
Chucky?
Ew.
That's a solid one.
I
Actually.
didn't even know you watched those movies.
Yep. As a kid, I watched Chucky.
What about you, John?
Did you watch Chucky or did you watch what's the Chucky movie used to be called? The Child's Play thing or
Child's
something?
Play? Child's Play.
Child's
Child's
Play.
Play. Yeah,
All of them.
all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Don't let them bully you." Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's too late. He got bullied. You guys are in a bit of a delay, but he got hard bullied.
Peer pressuring cunts.
You fucked.
But go on.
Stay fucked. I don't know.
Well, so what was the
Sorry, I was reading the
He's-
comment.
I asked
Diabetes.
Mikey what was his favorite like horror film or like
Whatever,
slasher
dude.
film.
Call me a
just
Mary.
any scary movie in general.
I don't think I really from a childhood. None. I didn't really watch any. Be real with you. I didn't watch any at all.
No, I mean mine's easy. I mean I've been watching Scream since because the first one came out in '96. I was born '97, so I mean
since I was in the womb.
the second one came out the year I was born, and then so when I got older enough to watch movies and stuff like that, I remember growing up watching Scream. I've been into Scream for a long fucking time. You know what I mean? It's always been one of my favorites.
Yeah, I didn't get
That's
into
fair.
Jason until I was a
And-
teenager. First one I watched was Jason X, actually.
That was the
And
first
And I
one you
thought,
watched?
yeah, and I thought
That's
that was a
interesting.
I
banger.
like Halloween too.
When I was a kid, I thought
Halloween's
Jason X
good.
was sick as
Mhm.
fuck.
I thought
As-
Jason X was wild, and then you see the rest of them, you're like, actually, Jason X.
Oh, it's a dog shit movie. I mean, I said a little bit of it
Bad.
earlier. It's literally just
The
you know.
liquid nitrogen scene. Where he fucking
Oh, that
freezes
was
that
cool.
dude head. That's the coolest
It
scene
was
in the whole
sick.
movie.
It's sick.
no. I like as an adult, I'm like, this movie's dog shit for sure. But like, it's one of those like campy, fun ones that like you just have fun with watching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you pay attention too much
I mean,
into
that's
it,
that's
like,
what like most
it's a
slasher flicks
campy
are.
movie.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
most slasher,
Well, so
slasher
that's-
flicks are now.
That's so okay. Let's just talk about we're already
they
talking
make
about, we're
them.
talking
They
about
make them
slashers.
because the franchise sells. I think that's the only reason they still
Mm,
make like the
no, like
Halloween movie,
Halloween and shit
the
like
Scream
that,
movie
yeah.
that just came out.
There's
and-
another one coming out.
Yeah,
too.
there's another one coming. They've been pumping them out so much.
It's ridiculous.
First scary movie I remember watching when I was super
The
young
Birds.
was The Birds.
That's
I don't
part of
think-
the reason I have a bird fear. I'll be real with you. That movie
yeah.
is part of the reason
I think it's
have
like
an
fear
aversion
for
to
a lot of people was that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
that.
And watching the
Fuck
movie
that.
Crow, I watched the movie Crow.
The
and that's-
Crow,
the Crow is not a scary movie.
No, but
I mean,
it's
some
so
people
good.
call
It's a
it.
good
Some
movie.
people call it a thriller, which is a subgenre of like a horror movie. But I remember watching The Crow as a kid, and the first one is great. Brandon Lee,
Oh,
Brandon
yeah.
Lee, or Brendan
Brandon.
Lee?
Brandon
Lee. I think it's
Brandon Lee.
Okay,
it
I mean,
Brandon?
Yes,
fucked
it's-
up or
it's
not, I have
Brandon.
no idea.
I
But
was named after him.
oh okay.
no, you
Really?
weren't.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
no
I
way.
was.
You
My
were-
dad named me after
You were
him.
named after.
Oh, dude, he's getting serious.
You talked to my dad about this?
I'll talk. Yeah, I know
No,
your
you
dad.
haven't.
I talk to your dad a lot.
My dad literally named
What's
me
his
after
dad's
Brandon
name?
Dale. Is that close?
Brendan.
Lee. Not even close. It just started with a B.
Bill.
No.
Bob.
No.
Barry.
No.
Billy.
No.
Buck.
Everybody in the
No.
comments guess Brandon's dad's name.
Okay.
You have until
You know
catch it.
why I do that?
Actually no, stop guessing. Everybody in the chat guess, and whoever
I will confirm it.
whomever gets his name will give you a piece of candy for Halloween.
We'll
Okay.
mail it. We'll
Piece of
ship
candy.
it.
Yeah, we'll ship
One
it.
Hershey
One
Kiss.
Hershey
Okay,
Kiss.
we will mail you a piece of candy. Do not eat it. Don't trust Don't trust candy that comes in the mail. Don't do that.
But everybody, I do mean that. Everybody try to guess Brandon's dad's name. That'll be the whole thing throughout the podcast. Whoever guesses his
Hey,
name.
do you know why I do that though? When
Do
I
what?
push your buttons like that, because you get really passionate.
You do.
You get very
Dude.
passionate.
I'm a passionate guy.
Yeah, because like I
I'm a
don't
very
know, dude.
passionate
What I
guy.
said, no, I know your dad's name. Your dad didn't name you after that.
And I was like,
you
"Yes,
were
I
just like,
did."
yeah, no, he absolutely did. Brandon, in what world am I gonna know that information? In what world, man?
Do I care?
That's like,
Dude, I just get passionate.
yeah, you for. I
Can't
mean,
help it, dude.
the thing is like you get really passionate very
Brad.
quickly.
Yeah. He got so
Oh
Yeah.
my god,
And he got it already.
it was
Yeah.
so
Oh
quick.
shoot.
Annie, it
I
is
actually.
Brad.
So here's the thing. After he told me to stop guessing, I remembered last time we talked about your dad on last episode. And you said his name.
She got
Wrong. His name is Dad.
Chelsea said
Phil.
Phil. That's a good one. I can see
Phil.
that's name. being
Wrong.
Phil.
It's Brad.
Uncle Phil.
Daddy Phil.
Good old Brad.
But
Pieces.
but no, like we'll talk about let's just talk about slashers. We're already getting into it. So when it comes into slashers, like a lot of them, like that's what I love about Scream is Scream knows what it is. Like they don't hide away from the campiness. You know what I mean? Like they
Well,
endure.
yeah.
They have a
Yeah,
they have a serious
have,
movie.
Yeah, they have the because
like,
they always have
they'll-
that one like couple scenes where it's like kind of funny.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I
like
mean?
because like they play into it and they know
Yeah,
that
Jason
they,
doesn't
like,
do that, and Myers doesn't do that.
Yeah,
either.
they take themselves a little too
I know
serious. and-
Freddy, the later Freddy movies, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, they started doing that later.
Yeah.
But like they don't make Freddy movies
Well,
anymore. But
No.
Yeah, no, they stopped. And that last one they did was shitty as hell.
yeah,
But yeah, that's why.
I don't even remember the last one.
Yeah, they made it made it in like 2010, 20 something like
It
that. I don't remember.
it was a minute ago.
You know, early 2000, like mid 2000s.
I remember seeing
Yeah.
the trailer for it.
I don't.
Like because also
I don't remember.
also the guy that they used to play Freddy in that was like he's like shorter than me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
there was a
And
lot of work to keep him on.
I'm still guessing.
Still guessing.
Mark, Austin, Michael,
Michael.
Michelle, if you're
I
nasty.
can't believe he called me a Mary.
Michelle.
That cuts deep, man.
But so and like the reason why like I love Scream so much is because like I've said this before, Scream. There's nothing stopping Scream from happening. You know what I mean? Like in real life, because
Yeah.
like Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, it's all this dream, you know, whatever supernatural stuff. Jason, like maybe the first, you know, Friday the 13th movie could happen because you know it's his mom doing all the killing and everything. to some deranged lunatic lady or whatever.
Yeah.
And then maybe the first Halloween, because like it's this psychopath guy going to killing babysitters. But anything after that, it gets super supernatural. Like, he just keeps coming back. The killer that keeps coming back. Scream, on the other hand, like, yeah, he keeps coming back, but like it's different people.
Yeah.
And also, if he does get shot or whatever in the middle of the movie, he has a bulletproof vest on. They
Mhm.
did that to make it
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like that's what I love about Scream. And like what I was saying, where like it could happen. Nothing stopping any cunt to
Yeah.
just go put on a Ghostface costume,
Right.
go slash a
Carry
couple
that
people.
on.
Could be right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Could be.
Exactly. And because people get upset, because the whole premise of Scream is like them getting obsessed with it and wanting to make a movie or wanting to carry it on
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
the thing
carry on
is
the legend.
like, there's like, what do you guys feel about like the pseudo slasher movies?
What do you mean?
Like,
I want
uh,
to say something about
pseudo-slasher.
Scream now.
let's hear it.
So,
Dude, they made a TV show of Scream.
Yeah, that
and
was
they've never like done that with any other.
You
Yeah.
know, the reason they did that is because there's a lot of Netflix series that
There
are like
is.
horror. They're really good.
Yeah.
Some scenes are scary, but they did that because those shows did great. Like Bly Manor, Hill House, the Midnight Club. Those shows were great.
The
Mhm.
Society? No, never mind.
I
That
don't-
one's
I
bad.
don't-
That one didn't do
I
great.
don't know
And
that
also,
one,
that
but
was
You
about
didn't like the
werewolves.
Scream TV show though?
no, it was about
no,
vampires,
I
wasn't
didn't
it?
really fuck with it because I think because it was still
Both.
like set in
I
Woodsboro,
don't
wasn't
remember.
it?
I think
I
so.
like- Well, here's the thing. I didn't give it much of a chance. I watched like a little bit of it
Mhm.
and didn't really get into it. And like the mask being different, that
Mhm.
kind of fucked with me.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
How
you know what I mean?
different was it?
Like very different.
Really?
Very different.
I don't know why they
Um,
try to do that. Why they try to change things at
I
work.
don't know.
That's
TV
crazy.
series.
Yeah,
And this was
I-
like an
I-
early
yeah.
2000 like
Yeah.
TV show.
I mean,
or
you
whatever.
watched me look up the fucking Jason mask earlier. I ordered a new Jason mask on Amazon earlier
Oh.
for tomorrow, and
Nice.
yeah, because this thing was 98 cents,
Yeah,
and it
that's cheap.
really feels like 98.
I don't know. was
it
like-
really feels like
Mine was
98
like
cents.
fucking $10 or so.
Yeah, I got a Jason mask that's $10. It's coming
Um,
tomorrow, but what I don't understand. I mean, like I was saying, you saw me look up those Jason masks. There's 15 different iterations of the same fucking mask, and it's like, why?
And he says, so the girls with the mask kink are making the slasher films popular again. 100%.
Probably.
That's why
True.
we
It's a
talked
safe
about
bet.
me wearing this before the
No.
podcast. Like, definitely gonna be sexualized on the internet.
Yeah, probably.
But
Not me.
Nothing wrong with
Could be
sexy.
worse.
But and then Dom says there's a delay from the chat to and yours. I'm sending that text while Ryan's monologuing at 7:25.
Brother, we're 25 minutes in.
I don't know. We'll try to refresh your stuff. Try to maybe close out the video and do it again. That might be something. But I will keep a lookout for it for sure. But yeah, no, that's why I love Scream, because like there's nothing stopping it from happening at all, and I think that for me is the scariest thing about it. You know what I mean? Like it could legitimately fucking happen. I mean, hell, we live in a small town. It could happen in our fucking
Yeah.
hometown. You know what I mean?
People are
And,
crazy enough too.
He's in the corner over there.
Jeez.
Ah, fuck!
What?
You have
Oh, yeah, my ghost face hanging in the
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
ghost face
Door
over there.
decoration.
Terrifying.
But
No,
13
but back to the pseudo slashers, like your Final Destinations,
Oh,
Oh,
well, I liked Final Destination.
because it's like a paranormal thing, kind of, but
It was
also
fun.
it's it is a slasher flick. It's not very scary.
well, when I think of slasher, I think of like there's
An
a-
actual
a,
serial
a
killer
guy
murderer.
slash.
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
I only say like a pseudo slasher is because it's not. I put it in the same bracket as slasher because it's not very scary, but it's very, very gory. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Does that mean Saw's in that?
Yeah.
Oh, because
Yeah,
I'm a big,
Saw's a-
I was gonna
Saw's
say
a
my
slasher
favorite
flick for
slasher
sure.
film.
Aw,
Saw is
dude.
my favorite slasher.
I have a Saw
Saws.
mask in there too. I also have a
Saw.
clown. I
Totally
have a
forgot about
whole
Saw.
clown.
I love
costume in
Saw.
there,
slash
too.
We'll talk
Jigsaw.
about scary clown movies for sure.
Anyway,
I mean, I got a scary clown shirt on.
I
underneath
fucking
this.
hate.
I'm
you
sweating.
hit. You
I went to go like fill
Yeah,
my
it's
shirt.
hot.
I'm
It's hot.
sweating.
We got
Um,
hoods up though because we're dumbasses.
Yeah, we're fucking yeah. But yeah, like, that's why that so we'll keep on the slashers for a second. And for that too, like it just that's why I think Scream is definitely one of the best. Like I don't want to say that because it's my favorite. It's
Mhm.
my favorite because of that.
Harmony says
You know what I
"Scream
mean?
all the way."
There we go.
Well,
for
I
sure.
hope your vocal cords don't give
And
out.
Dom walked out of a Saw movie when he was a kid.
What a Mary.
What a Mary. Yeah, that's
Third-
right.
13 Ghosts. That's a fucking. We'll talk about 13
13
Ghosts in a
Ghosts.
second.
Never seen
I
it.
Wait,
love.
what
I'll be
is
real
13
with you.
Ghosts?
I've never seen
13 Ghosts is so fucking good.
Snuck in.
Yeah,
and
but
walked
listen,
out.
13 Ghosts as a kid is scary.
Terrifying.
It is terrifying.
But and also what's cool, 13 Ghosts has my. Speaking of Scream 2, has my boy Matthew Lillard in it too.
I love
Hey,
Matt Lillard.
So Matthew Lillard's in Scream and in fucking
like
13
like
Ghosts.
Scoob,
Like Scoob, there's a fucking ghost. But
like fuck me.
but yeah, but whenever it comes down to slashers too, like slashers, I don't think slashers are
They
very
don't do
big
torture.
anymore. Like
And that's
they're
the
very
big thing
dead. That's
about
like a-
Saw. You know, they're still making Saw movies.
Jigsaw.
Like
Dude,
yeah,
yeah.
Jigsaw just came
Fire.
out recently, and
Fire.
but those are just torture movies.
They're
It's
torture
amazing.
porn.
Yeah,
100%.
they're just 100% torture
No.
porn, dude.
Well,
Dude,
no,
genuinely,
tor-
like, honestly, people, yeah,
No
they're-
way.
I'm telling you,
it's a
they
gore
get up
porn.
to yeah, they get up to some weird shit. All right,
That's wild.
there's a rule 34 for that shit, brother.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, I would
100%.
never do that. I'm not into it.
Anything with anything with
you
Matthew
should have even
Lillard's gonna
said
be
that.
good.
You should have even said it, because now people are going to draw
Like,
conclusions. And
he's
even
freaky.
even though the way you said it was also like,
Mm.
I would
I would
never do that.
I'm an innocent angel.
Wearing a Pizza Planet costume.
But I like the concept.
Anything
of
with
Jigsaw,
Matthew
though.
Lillard is going to be good. Absolutely.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
I mean,
100%.
I don't remember seeing a movie,
A bad
a
Matthew Lillard
bad
movie?
Matthew
No,
Lillard
100%.
movie. Like, I don't remember one at all.
I think he was in a fucking baseball movie with
Candyman does count ish.
Oh yeah,
He's
no, he's
mostly
a slasher.
yeah. Well, he's mostly it's a supernatural. This is what I'm saying, like pseudo slashers, but they have like the
The
supernatural element to it, but it's still like
well,
a slasher.
because
flick.
Freddy is supernatural.
Fred, yeah, that's what I'm
So-
saying. It's like, but
Hmm.
it's taken from a real person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Freddy was taken from a real person, whereas
So,
like
here's-
in the Final Destination, it was the Grim Reaper, and then you know with
I have a thing about and I'm gonna get some. I might get some. I think I've talked about it a little bit. I might get some slack for it. Like
because he's black.
no. Oh,
No,
that's what
he-
Dom said.
Here's some
Candyman.
slack.
Dom said that.
No, you
Um,
said because it's black.
No, Dom says
Candyman.
this because he's black.
Yeah, because
Um,
Candyman's black.
No, and people, I say this and I give people shit about it. If your favorite, I'm gonna piss some people off. If your favorite slasher is Freddy, you got a problem.
It's a weird one to have a favorite.
Why?
And I-
Well,
so answer
Could
so
you
answer these
elaborate?
questions. Yeah, hold on for a second. Answer these questions. Why? So Freddy's burnt, right?
Mm,
Why was he burnt?
he might not know.
I don't.
Do you know?
I
Car
don't
crash.
remember.
No.
It was a fire,
Yeah,
right?
it was a
It
fi-
was
it
a
was a
fire.
fire.
Obviously.
It was
Yeah.
a it was
It was
a
a fire.
fire. Well, not
Wasn't it
that
like at
obvious.
a-
It could have been an acid burn.
It was a fire, but it's because people chased him into the building that he was like living in and staying in and all that other shit.
And they,
And then they caught it and burnt it down.
Yeah.
Now, do you know why they did that?
was he a grapeist?
Our chat's not working.
No, chat did stop on this side.
Yeah. So basically, Mike, Freddy was a super pedo. Yeah, Freddy's a super pede.
That
And,
makes sense now.
They
Yeah,
burned,
I
they
think
burned him alive.
Yeah.
I think YouTube's blocking that word. That's
Oh.
why. That's why it's not popping up on here, but it's popping up on there for some reason. I don't know.
see.
You know, he
so
was a,
it blocked pedo.
he's
three
a
times.
PDF file.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll say that PDF
I
file.
see.
Yeah, I probably should
that
have
makes
said that
sense.
as many times as I did.
Yeah, I don't know because it's coming up on there,
Yeah.
but not on
We're
here.
like to
So I don't know.
remember our guidelines and policies to abide by our community.
I need to
Yeah.
get more culture. I should know this, to be honest.
Oopsie, no worries.
It's
No,
That's
it's all
what it
good.
is.
But
You
yeah,
can't,
no,
you can't get in trouble for chatting.
he-
I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it.
he dabbled in that, and
He downloaded quite a bit of PDF files.
Yeah,
I see.
and so that's why he was burnt. So I
Jesus, Annie, back up.
kid dealer there. I
Golly.
mean, she's not wrong.
That's so basically yeah. So the thing about Freddy was he was a fan of
So,
the youngins.
Yeah, so
and-
I had a coworker that the ultimate PDF file that loved Freddy. He was like, "Oh, he's my favorite, whatever." And I was like,
sus.
"So
Sus.
yeah,
For
so
sure.
Your favorite
Sus.
person touches people of a younger age. Like you do realize that." He looked at it. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" He's like, "You're right." He's like, "I totally forgot about that
See,
aspect of it."
Your favorite person has mommy issues, right?
Yes.
Is it Ghostface has mommy issues, or is it?
Well, Jason has mommy issues.
They all have
you're-
mommy issues. Michael Myers has mommy issues.
Michael Myers, Ghostface. So what started that? So you find out in the third movie, it was Sid's
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
he was pissed off because mommy left him,
Yeah.
left him. Like he was a bastard child and all this other shit.
Mhm.
Left him and went to there.
What is
So
this?
he had
What is
mommy
this? The
issues.
freaking 1700s? Oh, you're a bastard child. Like I gotta leave you.
It's
Well, you know
a
what-
great 1700s accent
1700s,
right
bro.
there.
I don't know.
You're a bastard
You're a
child.
bastard child.
You're a bastard
That's my
child.
best one. That's all I got.
But yeah, so
It's like
they all have mommy
it's the same
issues
thing with
for
like
sure.
Norman Bates. Bates
Oh, that's-
Motel.
Ooh,
Stockholm
Huge,
syndrome there.
That was weird.
huge
That was a
mommy
weird
issues.
show.
Yeah,
Weird
it
ass
was.
show,
Yeah.
dude.
That was a-
Stockholm syndrome is fucking crazy.
See, I didn't watch much slashers. Like I said, I watched
Just see,
Texas
like-
Chainsaw Massacre, a little bit of Jason, and like a little bit of Nightmare on Elm Street.
I have mommy and daddy issues. Can I become
think-
a slasher killer? I
and-
mean,
and Saw. I love all the Saw.
you'd get
movies.
hired to be one. That's for sure.
What you're into?
I don't think I've ever seen a Scream movie though. I
You have to,
thoroughly,
dude.
I
They're so
thoroughly have
good.
never seen a Scream movie. I was watching The Conjuring 2 today.
What did Harmy
but
say? I need them to bring
Bring
Stu
Stu
back.
back.
Stu
So
back.
Stu
I
Mocker.
couldn't. I couldn't. Too little, too far away. I
Stu-
couldn't
Stu
tell. if it
Mocker
was a T or
is-
an F.
Stu Mocker is Matthew Lillard's character.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Yeah, we'll watch all the Scream. We have to watch all the Scream movies.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch all of them.
We should.
They're good.
I'll
I
watch
need to
like the
watch
first 3 or
more.
4.
We should have like a watch party or
Yeah,
something for
dude.
it. I guess.
I'm down.
I'm down if you guys
'Cause
are.
That'd be a good time.
I haven't watched enough.
We've watched movies on
Yeah,
Discord together.
we've watched. Yeah, him and I literally sat and watched fucking Logan
Yeah.
because he'd never seen Logan. We watched the whole
That's
movie on
not
the
good.
Discord.
I don't like Logan.
That is a great
What?
movie.
What?
I don't like Logan.
That is like the best movie of all
No,
those shitty films.
Origins Wolverine. I don't like
Okay.
Origins
Oh.
Wolverine.
I
Logan's
was
a
like,
good movie.
dude.
Origins
I was
Wolverine.
about to
Logan's-
fucking
sorry,
say,
sorry,
we're about to
sorry,
switch
sorry,
from
sorry,
a
sorry.
fucking.
The Taco Bell cheese.
You offended me.
Act now, get it with some blind slash.
Night on Discord. We'll plan a movie night on Discord. Yeah.
We will. We will. We'll
Um,
invite you guys to a Discord and we'll plan a movie.
We're having
night.
a movie night on Discord. Yeah, Annie. Yeah, well, definitely. I think I told you that we should.
Why
do
are you
that.
behind? We just answered that.
I fuck you. Y'all were talking too loud.
If we're f***ing too loud, you should have heard us answer that
I
question
couldn't because all I heard. That's all I heard.
from you, bitch.
I have been really consistent on this mic. Okay.
Yeah, I've been pretty
been-
Get
consistent
fucked.
too.
All
I
right,
think
let's
it's when
move
we
on.
all talk together.
Yeah, we need to all
really
shut
suck.
up and let people talk.
I'm tired of you talking already.
Rochambeau.
This is.
We talked
Terrible.
about that on the fuck. No, because we're gonna
can't
talk
fall
about
apart on my
'cause-
first episode.
This is all fun. No, because I'm gonna
talk.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let Mikey know because these motherfuckers don't ever like to let me talk ever.
It's not true.
It's
Yes,
because
the
I
fuck
have
it
I
is.
have the main
No, it is
character
not.
syndrome and I can't help
Because
it.
because your brother even fucking admitted on one of the episodes where it's just him and I. He was like,
Nah,
yeah,
we-
we
We
should.
edited that out.
No, it was live, dumbass.
Well,
I know it was live. Fuck you. Eat my ass.
First off, we just let you talk about Ghostface and the origins of Ghostface, and we haven't even gone around the room to answer the other questions.
Yeah, so shut
Because
the
we
fuck
haven't
up.
started any other questions. I was
Yes, we
trying to move
have.
the question.
You
up.
said, "What's your favorite slasher?" We were talking about the slashers. You were
Wait,
talking about
did
your
we?
favorite.
Wait,
Mike
did we
hasn't
answer
gotten
that?
to explain his favorite.
Yeah, he did. He said
Yeah, I
Chucky.
said Chucky.
You said Chucky.
Oh,
Yes,
fuck.
sir.
No, I said
Dumbass.
horror / scary movie. Whatever. Fuck it.
So
I'm a
now-
dumbass.
now-
It's all good, dude. It's
I
all
want to
good.
move. I want to move on.
Yeah,
Ryan
Ryan,
always
why don't you
gets
cry
bullied.
about it? Suck ass.
Ryan always gets bullied and can't talk right fucking there.
And still she shows up.
You didn't show it.
And still she shows up.
Proofs in the fucking pudding.
And still she shows up.
Well,
Can't be
this
can't be that
band's
much of an
falling
issue
apart.
for her.
All right, but let's start going on to like the scarier movies and shit like that because I think there's a big difference
yeah.
between slasher and stuff like that.
I
So-
will say, like I've already said this once, but like I think paranormal movies are objectively much
Way
scarier.
better.
Way
Much scarier.
Oh,
scarier.
100 fucking percent.
I need a movie. If I'm gonna watch a scary movie nowadays, I need it to literally affect me. Like I
Yeah, I
want to
need to-
struggle to sleep at night.
I need to go home and watch like a romantic comedy.
Yeah, afterwards or like
Lighten it up.
Yeah, you gotta lighten the
Go
mood.
purchase a nightlight at Walmart real quick for the night. You know, something like that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I
Yeah.
need a movie that shakes me to my core. You know what movie did that for me?
What?
Tell me.
As Above, So Below.
Oh, that movie's
Oh,
intense.
yeah.
Fucked me.
Somebody,
up.
somebody
movie's
brought that up.
intense.
I think I was in a conversation with somebody. Somebody
That
brought that up.
movie fucked me up, dude. I had a bit of a panic attack in like
The
the middle of the
one-
movie. I had to pause it and go outside.
Isn't that
I
where they
chain
go
smoked,
like in the cave?
Yes,
and
The cat-
shit?
they went
It's-
cat-
Oh,
well, it's the
yeah.
catacombs
Yeah.
of the Paris, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Paris
Yeah.
catacombs.
Paris has catacombs under there, and it's extremely haunted.
And I don't know why,
do
but
like-
like camcorders.
Found
like,
footage.
Found
If it-
footage movies.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing. My wife hates them. My wife hates found
They
footage.
scare
Well,
me
yeah,
to
because
death.
she has like vertigo and shit. It
Well,
makes her
no,
sick.
that's not it at all. She just thinks they're dumb.
Oh,
And I was
get
like-
out.
and I was like, these
Music
movies
taste, and now this.
don't. So I like the Paranormal Activity movies. Okay,
I do too.
I'm pretty
I like
I'm
'em.
pretty new to the horror genre,
Facts.
but I'm a big fan of the Paranormal Activity movies. I've seen most of them.
Hmm.
My wife hates them.
It's crazy.
Hates them a lot.
I love Paranormal
I still
Activity.
haven't seen the VHS movies. I still haven't seen. I still haven't
So
seen.
good.
What's the other ones that you told me to watch?
Grave Encounter.
Grave
I
Encounters
still
2
haven't
is
watched-
better than 1.
I still
yeah,
haven't watched any of the Grave Encounters.
Best
I
movies.
convinced her to watch Blair Witch Project, which was a huge mistake because
The
that movie
first one's
sucks.
alright.
Mm.
That movie
shit.
was mid. The second one was dumb.
The second one was hilarious.
Second one was fucking stupid. As the
So
guy
funny.
from, in case you guys didn't know, they do have a second Blair Witch movie,
Yeah.
and it has the guy from Burn Notice in it when he was like a fucking 20-year-old,
Mhm.
and it's so stupid, dude. I mean, the best part about the movie is tits. That's that's all you
tits in
get
there.
out of it.
Wait a minute, what was the movie where it was a guy on a motorcycle and he tried to ramp across something and he hit a electric force field? I think it was Evil Dead, like the newer one.
Yeah,
And dude, it was so
What?
funny.
the new Evil Dead movies are good
Yeah.
actually.
So like they're actually trapped in the woods whenever they enter there, but there's an electric force field, and the guy tried
No, it's
to
Cabin in the Woods.
oh,
Cabin
that
in the
is
Woods.
Cabin in the Woods.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you fixed my mic. I can talk louder. Holy shit! Let's go.
as he
But yeah, no, I'm 100% with you when it comes to like the paranormal being a lot better. Like those movies are a
Yeah,
lot scary. The
honestly.
slashers are just
Dude,
like fun little like thriller
Dom,
shit. Get your heart rate
fun
going.
fact for you, brother. Every single time I watch a movie with my wife, we both look at each other and like, white people are
You're
fucking
so- yeah,
stupid.
white
dude.
people are
White people
stupid.
are so fucking
White
stupid,
people
man.
are stupid.
It's like, oh my god. And because the classic cliche for and people, a lot of
The classic
stereotypes.
cliche
Yeah,
stereotype.
there's a lot of stereotypes in scary movies. The black person always dies first. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But it's like, but the thing is, if you were to put those real people in there, the white people are dead first, guaranteed.
Ooh,
Swear to God,
dude.
dude.
Never want
I
to
would
watch
be
that
dead
movie.
first. I've always thought about that. I'm like, man, I would
Eight-legged freaks
definitely
is
die
fucked.
first.
Hell no.
Eight-legged freaks is fucked if you don't like spiders.
Hell
Love
no.
Eight-legged freaks.
I've never
dude.
seen
Eight-legged
it.
freaks was
Love
awesome.
it.
Ah,
Love it.
I'm
It's
not
the
scared
shitty
of spiders.
beavers.
I'll
I'm
shit my
scared.
pants.
I'm scared of
You
snakes.
shit your pants?
Yeah, dude. I don't do spiders.
It's such a
Yeah,
shitty
it
B-rated
was such a
I
movie.
funny
don't
fucking
fucking-
scene, Annie.
But you know the paranormal stuff because like that's what I was saying. I like the more grotesque like
Yeah.
psychological shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That just kind of fucks.
I don't.
with
I
you.
don't really do the psychological stuff. I like ghosts and demons and shit.
Same.
No, that's
I'm big with
that's a
that.
lot better because I mean, like you know, but like I like the shit what he was saying. I don't really care for anything.
Sorry, I don't-
I don't like anything.
That's why I don't go
Fulfilled and the
camping.
dude crashed the bike into it. and was about to piss my pants laughing.
I swear, it's one of the funniest
No,
scenes
it was a-
in a
It
horror
was so
film.
funny. Hey, real talk though. If you haven't seen the new Evil Dead movies,
Watch
very
Evil
good.
Dead.
They're
They are
very, very
very
good.
good.
Especially
Very
especially
good.
that last one.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're very good.
Rise. Yeah, it was
Evil Dead
so
Rise.
good.
Yeah, it was a
I
very
loved
good
it.
movie.
But yeah, anything like I don't give a fuck about like the whole jump scare shit. Like I don't care for all that. I want something that's gonna like make me like
Hasn't
keep
happened in a
a
while.
keep a light on kind of thing, like what he was talking, like what Brandon was talking
Yeah.
about. That's why like so I want to get into this topic because you and I started talking about it on the phone and I made us wait.
We did.
And this might be a hot topic as well. That's why I way more prefer the Conjuring movies over the Insidious movies. I think the
Hands down.
Insidious,
Hands
Insidious
down.
movies, the stories are all
The
right,
Insidious is okay.
but I
with
think
that.
they're I think they're the stories all right, but I think they're dog shit
But
movies.
I also want to I want to play devil's avocado with this, and and I want to say that the Insidious movies had a way smaller budget, so
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of compare.
Well,
I mean,
yes, yeah,
but
I
also-
understand that. So here's the thing: the Insidious movies are fucking scary. Okay,
No, they're not. They
No.
just
I think
full of
they're
jump
fucking
scares.
scary.
That's
Yeah,
what they
that's what scares me.
No, it
okay,
isn't.
jump
No,
scares
not-
scares.
no, I'm a
Don't
real
fucking
fear.
tell me what
I
scares
agree
me,
though.
Brandon.
No.
Suck my.
I agree.
I like pushing your buttons because you get so.
So listen, jump scares scare me
Yep.
because that's what they're meant to do. Jump scares
They
scare
do.
people. Okay, just
It's
because you
a
guys
jump.
are,
It's a
you
jump
know,
scare.
Paranormal activity.
just because you guys have desensitized yourselves to it doesn't mean they're not scary movies.
I'm dead inside, so like it don't
Okay,
bother fucking
so-
me at all.
Listen,
I have
jump
precious-
scares scare people. Jump scares scare me. It's still a fucking scary ass movie.
Okay, fine. Okay, but I'm just saying I can't be scared when the main demon is Darth Maul. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I'm like that's just Darth Maul.
well, yeah,
Fair
but
And
that
just-
when that demon creeps over her shoulder, oh brother, that put me down. I
When-
was scared.
But the Conjuring movie,
I
dude,
was
oh.
scared.
Oh. because they're all. I mean, the Conjuring movies are also based on true
Conjuring
stories.
movies are fucked. The Conjuring
No,
movies
that's
fucked.
what I
me
was saying.
up.
The,
True
Con-
story.
the
And then they
Conjuring,
introduced introduced Annie from that. They introduced
Yes.
the fucking
The
Oh
Nun.
my God.
the nun.
Dawson.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean,
Yeah.
But Insidious
Nun,
had the
Dark
fucking
Knight.
Those fuck me up.
Dude,
the Insidious had
God.
the dude that dressed up as like a bride in the black thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Because at the end, homegirl takes a picture of him.
No, that's Insidious.
That's Insidious.
that's
Yep.
Insidious.
That shit chills.
You know
That
what-
shit fucks me
Yeah,
up.
I
you know
don't.
what
I don't.
freaked me out.
Huh.
Orphan.
Orphan.
Or-
Oh,
Dude.
that
Orphan?
movie. I hate
That
that movie so
fucking
much.
Yeah, you
movie
talk about
creeped
it.
me
I hate that
out.
movie so much.
Oh, no,
me and my wife agree that movie. We hate it.
Dude.
Oh,
it's
it's like it
such
being
a-
a grown woman.
Yeah, it's
the
such
whole
a
time.
fucking creepy
Oh my
movie, dude.
God.
I
And the
wanna,
thing is, it's not very scary.
No.
But the thing is so
It's
it's
that more psychological shit.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
more psychological. It's like you adopted a grown fucking woman. She's 40 years old.
it's weird.
Like
Yeah.
it's fucking, and they made
Weird.
a second one, man.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Oh.
I just watched
I
the
didn't
second
watch
one
it.
recently.
Is that the one where they're hiding in the walls?
Yeah, see, Harmony loves a
No.
good
No,
jump
no,
scare.
that's,
See, you know
no,
what a
that's
good
The
movie
Boy.
is.
That's The Boy. The Boy
Yeah.
was weird, but
It
it
is-
was good.
It is
I
alright.
enjoyed it actually.
I
The
like-
Boy was weird.
I
dude.
had like
The Conjuring universe in by year is so good.
It is. It is. It is.
Jump
I
scares
love-
get the kitties
and
wet.
also-
I'm sorry. Love
Jump
taking
scares
women
got-
to the movie. Oh, I see. You lost me at kitties
Oh.
wet, brother.
Don's
yeah.
a little. Don's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Don's
So
crazy.
when it comes to
Crazy, dude.
Crazy,
the
dude.
Conjuring movies and shit, I prefer that because like it's based off of true shit. Those are actual investigations that they did. Because
Yep.
like in the second one, they did visit the Amityville house.
Yes.
The
And then I
main
went to the Britain.
the
I'm
main
gonna leave this.
story.
I'm gonna leave this person unnamed, but I do. I'm sorry for interrupting, but
For sure.
somebody I know, we know,
You
uh,
three, got you.
yeah, said that the Conjuring movies and the Insidious movies were the same universe.
No. Because that would be impossible. Because the
That's what
dad
they
is
said,
played
yeah,
by the
so
same
they
fucking
said
character.
that's why they said it was the same
No,
universe.
no,
bro,
same
and I was like,
actor.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
But
It's like saying because he also did Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah,
You
what's
know,
that
he
horrible
played
movie?
Raoul in Phantom of the Opera. It's like
Horrible,
saying
horrible
that's,
movie.
that's in the same universe,
it's
dude.
not a bad movie.
I hate Phantom of the Opera.
That's
I've
because you
always
have
Really?
bad taste.
I hate musicals though. So continue.
Oh, okay.
Brycey
Bryce.
Poo.
What's up,
Bryce is in the
dude?
chat. What's up, brother?
Poo.
Um,
Bubblegum booty batty.
but yeah, no. Conjuring, I think is so much better because, like I said, the second one, the main story of the second one is the most highly documented haunt ever,
Yeah.
It
like
is.
recorded.
And
The
which one are we
Conjuring
talking
House is
about?
the most
second
haunted
Conjuring.
house.
The second Conjuring.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And then-
Also, it has. I watched today because I was doing some research on it.
He apparently were quiet.
I'm quiet. Am I quiet?
Turn your phone up.
You guys are really quiet. Yeah, turn your fucking phone up, brother. You're probably also at work where your work is loud as shit.
Yeah, he probably is at work.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it from him. But regardless, I did some research on The Conjuring 2. And
Bet you did, you fucking nerd.
had to. Come on. Someone's got to do research around here.
I already know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna
And
say,
they
I'm
did like
educated.
the interview and stuff, dude.
I'm
The
not.
interview the interview was kind of wicked. I want to say that.
No,
like
that-
the
yeah.
girl changing her voice and stuff, and like she had her head down like this, and she's like, like it was fucking weird.
He says all of you.
Too bad. So sad. Hey,
I don't
everybody
know,
else, are we quiet?
Can anyone? Yeah, can anyone else
sorry.
corroborate that?
Yeah. Can anybody else? kind
Ryan
of-
Reynolds in Medieval Horror was a very
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah, it, did,
It was a very
it
good
scared him.
movie.
It scared him so much that he stopped
Yeah.
doing horror movies.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
physically, he was like, I've changed after
Yeah.
that, and I won't do it again.
Yeah, he's like, I can't.
Because,
do
dude, it was super fucked, dude. The way he
It's-
treated those kids is super fucked.
Yeah.
So
I
I
mean,
am
blame it on
gonna just to
possession.
be safe. I am gonna
Honestly.
turn everybody's mic up, so everybody just kind of back off of your mic a little
God
bit.
damn it, Bryce, you crybaby.
The grunge.
So,
Yeah.
Everybody just kind of back off their mics a little bit. Sound fine
See?
to me.
Thank you, Harmony. Bryce, get a new phone
Let me know if this is too loud
The
for everybody.
grunge.
or a computer.
I'm gonna be
This-
real with you. I haven't seen the grunge.
The grudge. Shut up. The grudge.
Yeah,
I thought he said the grunge
I-
like my
it was
voice.
reading. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
Um,
meant to say grudge, but
yeah.
I was reading it.
The grudge is a weird one. It was
Maybe,
alright.
maybe,
Didn't scare
maybe
me,
it
though.
autocorrect. I don't know.
Probably. But yeah. Like all three of them are based off of actual events, actual things that are like documented. Like the third
Those ones fuck me up the most.
the one that I was telling you, the third one, The Devil Made Me Do It, was an
I had
actual
not seen
court
that.
thing that you can actually find the court documents and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like he fully believed that he was,
Yep.
possessed. And
Jumbie wishes to be born now.
Pretty much.
Was he still
Ed-
convicted as
What
that?
movie is
He was
that?
never innocent.
Is that Molly Hartley?
Jumpy wishes to be born now.
Yeah,
I don't know. You guys were just talking about it. the
I
other
know
day.
we were, and I don't remember what movie it was.
I don't know.
But
Oh shit.
Whatever is based on true
true
events.
True
shit.
events.
True events.
I mean,
So, yeah,
and all of
based
them
on
can
true
say,
stories
can
always
say
fuck me
that
up.
they are, but like the Conjuring movies are legitimately, because that's what I love. At the end of every single one, they show the actual pictures
Yeah,
and
they
shit
do,
at the
yeah.
end of it.
investigations.
Yeah, they show real shit from the actual investigations and stuff.
And I love paranormal investigations.
Yeah.
I want to do one
don't
so
want it to type 2D.
bad.
No, but whenever we're talking about paranormal shit, like whenever you're talking about paranormal activity,
The
whenever-
unborn.
The
Keely.
Unborn.
Thank you.
oh, there's Keely. Keely's in the chat. But
Jumbie wishes to be born now.
the paranormal activity movies, like when I was a kid, when those came out, like I thought they were real. Like I thought that was like legitimate.
Yeah.
You know,
it was
footage
so
found.
real, dude.
You know what I
Because they make it so convincing.
It's so good. It's so
They
good.
make it so convincing.
It's same with Grave Encounters because I watched that as a teen, and that shit looked real. It looked like Zach Bagans, the real.
It was my wife. I knew it was gonna be my
investigator.
wife.
He was big on, like, I don't know what TV station he was on, but he was on a TV station and everything, and he did like real life like paranormal activity investigations and stuff.
And
Has
he
a whole
says-
museum and everything.
And he says mirrors fucked me up when I was
Mirrors
when I
was
couldn't
good.
look into a
I
mirror
miss
for the
Mirrors.
Oh,
longest
dude,
time when
so-
I was younger. Mirrors is a fucked up scary movie.
there's a scene in there. Like I'll tell you about the scene. So the whole premise of that movie is like your soul would, that's a whole wise tale or whatever, that your soul gets trapped in the mirror or whatever. But that's what was going on there. I think there was something that was causing that or whatever.
There's the story behind Bloody Mary as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this girl, she's looking in the mirror, and she like goes to like lay down in like the bathtub after she looked in it and everything, and herself inside the mirror, she grabs her mouth, like one hand on the top, one hand on the
Oh.
bottom,
Nope.
and
Nope.
pulls
Oh.
her fucking face off, like
yeah, dude.
just
Man.
completely disengage, like dislodges her jaw from her
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
face.
Super
dude.
fucked.
Rips like all the way up, dude. It was brutal.
That's some Saw shit right there, man.
That's one reason I like that kind of stuff though, is because like it makes me like cringe. I was like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I don't.
It's like as a grown man, you see somebody getting blasted in the balls. You have no choice but to be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tighten your legs a little bit, like, oh god.
There's
anything
some-
that makes me uncomfortable, because that's what I want to be uncomfortable when I'm watching a scary movie.
Well, I want to be uncomfortable, but I don't want to be physically uncomfortable by like seeing grotesque. Like I
do.
like grotesque shit, but like I don't. When it gets to be too much, like, cause like Saul is just fucking gore porn.
It is
I
insane,
can't
bro.
I can't do it.
But
It's just
I'm
too
telling
much.
It's a
you right
great
now,
story,
it's
though.
sto-
It's a
I'd say
good story.
Saw's
for sure.
story is the reason why I love it so much.
Yeah, it's very
And
good.
Jigsaw, oh,
A lot
Ugh.
of people got their acting beginnings from those
Ouija,
movies.
Ouija. I've heard Ouija is insane.
Origin of Evil. Thoughts on the? I don't like the
Mid.
Ouija movies.
Mid. The
I don't
first
think they're that great.
dude, mid.
I'll be real.
Who were the YouTubers that made the Talking Hand Talk to Me?
Talk to
movie
Me,
Who
yeah.
were the YouTubers that
No,
made
I
that,
I don't
or
know. They
produced it?
do hang out with the boys though. I know that.
Dude,
but,
shout out to
um,
them because we watched
Talk
that.
to me.
Talk to
Yeah.
Me is good.
That's
I,
it.
I made you guys
Yeah,
watch it.
that was an okay movie. I didn't mind it.
I loved it.
The fact-
I mean, it wasn't too scary.
It wasn't.
It wasn't
crazy,
like
but-
super like crazy scary,
It
but
was.
it was just
It made
good.
me.
was
It
awesome,
made
you
me
know what I mean?
uncomfortable. That's
Yeah.
what it did, especially when she started sucking homeboy's toes. I was like, "This is fucking gross,
Yeah.
man."
It's
No,
pretty messed
see,
up. You haven't
yeah.
seen it, have you?
No, I
Have
think
you
I
seen it?
watched
You
it.
watched?
You
Yeah,
watched
you
Yeah, I
watched
watched
You
it.
watched
Yeah, that movie's
I
weird.
do. When he started banging his head
Yeah.
against the table and then trying to rip his eye out, I was like,
In the
"Oh,
bathroom
No.
scene,
Oh, dude,
dude,
man, she
was
said
wild.
when she started screaming "run," and I was like, "I'm about to.
I'm
I'm about to bounce."
So that's what I'm talking about. That kind of stuff like that is what gets me. That's what I like to see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't care about like some spooky ghost going, "Boo," or whatever.
Booga.
I prefer the just silence. So like Terrifier. If you guys have watched Terrifier at all, I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen the 2 second ones. But like, it's a B-rated horror movie, but it's very fucked
I tried
up.
to
Is
stay
it B
away
for
from-
bisexuals? Like, what is this?
B-rated? You don't know what
B-rated
B-rated
is-
means?
No.
yeah, there's just
it's
low budget.
subpar.
movies.
Very low,
Low
budget.
budget.
Mhm.
Okay, got you. Whenever you say low budget, I just think of indie movies.
Lorana,
No, it's a,
Lorona. No, I haven't
oh,
seen Lorona.
that
Lorana.
movie sucked.
I've never seen it.
It's
Isn't
a,
that like
it's a Hispanic
Yeah,
story or
Hispanic
something like that.
story.
It's this crying woman. Basically, I don't know if it was like her kids, like she lost her kids, and so she goes and steals people's
Yeah.
kids. It was a Hispanic,
I've seen that one.
like tall tale or
She's
whatever.
a kidnapper.
You know what I mean?
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
That was a shitty
Scariest-
movie.
I've
It was
heard
a
that one
shitty
too.
movie. They made a show out of it though.
They made a show.
I'm pretty sure
I-
Netflix
I-
has a show.
I loved the book. The
Yeah,
book was
but I'm
great.
pretty sure they made a show out of it too.
Speaking
of-
of books to
Continue.
move-
Continue.
No, I'm so sorry I interrupted you.
I interrupted you.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Now you guys give a fuck.
We're trying to be mindful now, okay? You
Yeah.
said it to us, so we're trying to be mindful.
Fuck you guys.
I was saying, speaking of books to movies, the
Harry
It book,
Potter.
the It book to the movie. I mean, they obviously had to mile it down because
There's
the
a
It book
lot
is
of shit in that.
insanely messed up.
Jigsaw's good.
Jigsaw is good. Jigsaw
Martina
is amazing.
Campbell.
Martina, what's up? Welcome.
No.
Welcome.
The Village is a solid movie. The Village is a
No.
great movie. I
If-
love a
If,
Shyamalan
if we're
movie.
talking about The Ritual,
The Ritual's
everyone love The Ritual. I watched that with April.
dude, we watched it together in John Street Apartment.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
you
we
were there
watched
with
it.
it, too.
We watched it again. Me and Savannah. First horror movie we watched together
This is The Ritual.
was The Ritual.
Super good.
When we
movie.
first got back into it.
Super
Yeah.
good
I wish
movie.
Kira would watch scary movies. She won't. I'm sad.
I used to be that way.
Dude, you just gotta, you gotta
You
get
gotta
to
just
it. You gotta go
yeah.
in.
So here's
you
the
gotta
thing,
go
like
into it.
I hate scary
Okay,
movies.
so
like,
so I want
genuinely.
to try. I want to try to reel the conversation because I feel like we keep throwing movies out and throwing movies out. So I kind of want to reel it
My
back
bad.
a little bit.
Real design.
So so that this makes me have a question. So like, what makes you, Mikey, not want to watch horror movies, or what kind of kept you away from horror movies?
What makes you Mikey?
I just,
What makes you so soft?
you know,
Is it that mustache?
no, dude, I feel jacked in this thing.
I bet those shoulders are insane.
The mustache makes me.
But seriously though,
Yeah.
no judgment or anything like that. I'm just poking fun. But what made you like not like get into, or I mean, that's for both of you guys. But I know Mikey, you're still not really into it. So
Mhm.
what keeps you away from watching it?
I think it's just like I just don't think they're actually good movies.
Okay.
Like,
I mean,
okay.
that's
you
a
know what I
fair-
mean?
that's valid.
Rated, you know.
That's
I
fair.
just don't
valid.
think.
For me specifically, it's because I don't like being scared. I mean, honestly, I'm just soft. I don't
I mean,
like being scared. Is being scared. Okay, you can. Most people know this by now if you've watched a scary movie with me. I like to talk a lot. Like
Yeah, you do.
I don't like ask questions. I like to comment on what's going on.
He's one of those people like, don't open that door, bitch.
Yep, okay, well, I'm not sassy about it. I'm just like, you're fucking stupid. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Don't do that. You're
Why would you
stupid.
do that?
Yeah. Wait,
I've
go,
been
we're going
there.
to the
I've been
basement.
there.
We're going to the basement. Of course, we're going to the
Yeah,
basement.
we're
You're
going-
fucking
we're-
stupid.
See, that's
Going to
why
the
I
fucking
don't.
basement.
You know what I mean? I feel like half the choices in scary movies are not like real life choices.
yeah,
You know what I
course,
mean?
of
That's
course.
this is why I gravitate towards the more paranormal stuff. Is
Yeah.
because it's really not a choice. You know what I mean? It's like most of the time the ghost is just going to do whatever the fuck it wants.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I mean, it's kind of a choice. You can leave the house.
Well,
You
they
know.
also, but the thing is, there's always a cop out in those paranormal movies. Like,
Where
if you
they
leave,
follow
the ghost is
us.
gonna follow you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, that would
Go to
completely
the
like
church.
Poltergeist, one of the
I
greatest
mean, that
scary
makes
movies.
sense.
Mhm.
So Poltergeist, one of the greatest scary movies to ever exist. What the whole premise is, they are in the house, and a poltergeist is a haunted house. You know
Yes.
what I mean? The
It's-
house is possessed. If they were to just leave, that movie wouldn't exist. So
A poltergeist
yeah,
is
Dom is
something-
right. Let's split up.
Yeah,
I did,
let's
yeah.
split up.
That's a
Ugh.
classic Scooby Doo thing, man. It's like
Scooby-Doo
let's
that
let's
shit.
let's split up. No,
But I'm changing. No.
Scooby-Doo type
I think
shit.
I would like scary movies.
the thing if you
Okay.
find good scary movies, they are great movies.
Watch
But that's the
Watching-
hard thing is finding good.
Yes,
Yeah.
they tend to make a lot of shitty. Find a good scary movie director.
Go to
Okay,
yeah.
when you're watching scary movies, find a good scary movie director. Don't worry about like finding good scary movie titles. Find a good director. Guillermo del Toro is a great scary movie director.
Say
A
that
great
again.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, I'm wet.
Goes.
But anyways, I was also gonna say, go to like 2016 and down, dude. You will find some fucking amazing movies, like Pet
Mama.
Cemetery.
Shut
Mama's
up.
Wild.
Pet Cemetery,
I don't
dude.
think,
The
I
new
think
one,
Mama's
fire.
trash. Pet Cemetery.
The new
I
one,
like Pet
fire, and the
Sematary.
original one's good,
Yeah.
even in the 80s. I mean, it has a messed up concept in general.
But like, okay, and so I mean, it goes back into. So you just said like you just didn't like being scared.
Yeah,
kind
I
of
just
thing,
don't.
just
I don't. I
wasn't-
don't. I was never really like a particular like fan of just being scared. You know?
You know,
Which is why I watch a ton of slasher flicks because I don't find them scary. You know what I mean? There's like super gory. You're like, oh god, that's nasty. You know what I mean? But like watching a scary movie, a fucking paranormal movie, always
The Visit,
made me so fucking.
House
The
of a
Visit's
Thousand
so
Corpses, House of a Thousand Corpses, Killer Clown from Outer. So she brought that up.
Pet
That's
Cemetery.
the clown shirt I'm wearing.
Weird.
Here it is. Don't show your belly button. That's porn.
But yeah, no, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's a B-rated fucking movie, but it's amazing.
It's one of the best.
Best fucking.
Is it
Still
amazing
haven't
because
seen it.
it's goofy?
Weeping Angels
Yes.
is
Yes,
fucking
okay.
terrifying.
That's why.
I've never seen Weeping
I-
Angels.
Me either.
Weeping Angels are a thing. I taught Dom what Weeping Angels were.
Oh,
They're
I was
the
gonna say,
creatures
I
that
know-
like
I know
stop.
what they are.
Yeah.
but
So,
I-
well,
I've
for the people
never-
that don't know what Weeping Angels are, weeping angels are those like statues that will like stop move, like they'll sit there, then once you look away, they'll start creeping up behind you, and once you look at it, they stop moving again, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you have to watch them the whole time.
So you gotta get the
Mannequins.
Snapchat and just kind of have it, behind you.
You know what
I
I'm
guess
talking
so,
about?
yeah.
Fucking mannequins.
Yeah, like mannequins do it a lot. Like
Oh my
that's why
God.
I do not have many fears. You know what I mean? Like I'll admit I have fear of
Mannequins
dying.
don't actually move though.
But I have this
But they could.
uncanny fear of mannequins. Like I do not like being around them. They have that
It's like those
uncanniness.
jointed fucking mannequins. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
where
yeah.
they shape their bodies and shit to fit the clothes. It's like
Well-
those
well,
old Victorian mannequins are really fucking.
so yeah, let's talk about that since we're talking about scary stuff. Like what scares us? You know what I mean? In scary movies and stuff.
Sorry, your cat's being an Olympic champion right now. And I'm
Is my
just
cat up there?
It's in the ceiling, bro.
Yeah.
And I was just
Real
amazed.
God damn.
She's
Dude,
down.
she's amazing.
We're in a new studio now. That's why you see the background behind them and stuff. And so there's an opening up here, and she's jumping in it.
Great.
But but yeah, mannequins for me is like a big fear. I think it's just like I don't know, because it's like as fucked up as this sounds. Like you go to a funeral and there's you
Mhm.
go walk by the
Yeah.
casket and whatever.
Yeah.
You know that's a person, but
Mhm.
there's nothing in
Man,
it.
it's just a show.
You know what I mean? And so when walking by a mannequin, I get that same exact uncomfortable feeling that
Oh, yeah.
there's like that's like it's something, but nothing's in it. There's that uncanny,
It is
you know,
plastic shaped
whatever.
like a person.
You know it
Yeah.
gets it gets me every single time. And this is something very simple that most scary movies do. And you guys will, as soon as I say it, you guys will think about the scary movies that you've seen. And okay, scary movies when they have the birds fly away suddenly, that gets me
Yeah.
every
Every time.
fucking time.
Every
When
time.
dude, the
When
one,
they just like abruptly go.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
dude, every fucking
well,
time. It gets
especially
me.
if you're in a theater, dude, that shit's loud as
Loud,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of the noise that
I
gets
want
me.
to say, I'm sorry,
Well,
I'm so
I have
fascinated
I have a
by
bird
Rukia.
fear, so
I'm so sorry.
She's just doing
she's
her own
trying to
cat
get that
shit.
fly.
Yeah.
Good.
But I'll say like a scary movie that like I guess affected me in a way was Hereditary.
Still haven't seen it. I'm too scared to watch it.
And
Hereditary
I
is
don't
good.
I'm too scared to watch it.
Too scared to watch it because that
Wait, what
movie
was
is
it
just
about?
So Hereditary. When people talk about Hereditary being like super scary, so we're gonna talk about Final Destination for a second. Definitely hold that for a second. Hereditary, like it is scary. It has some shit, but it's a
He said my ex was a weeping angel.
fucking fact. Kind of fucked up whenever a lot of slasher films, I just laugh at things. Yeah, 100%.
yeah, for sure.
But it's a scary movie for sure. It's a possession demonic
Mhm.
thing. It has some fucked up kind of scenes. There's one scene in particularly, like I'm not gonna tell you about it because I want you to see it. But it was a scene that had me like, what the fuck? Like it just kind of took
you
me
didn't-
aback.
So a lot of I'm gonna say this like one of the scenes takes place in
But
a
it's a
public
it's a
setting.
good movie. It's a very good movie.
And
Just to
usually
preface that.
scary movies they don't really do like the hauntings in a public setting. So to see it in a public setting was really weird and really because you also saw everybody's reaction around it
Mm-hmm.
with like that kind of thing. It was freaky
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, what if they actually like pushed the limit and actually tried to do stuff in public settings instead of just in the house?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Mhm.
holy crap, they did it. And yeah, dude, that movie really
Those scary
really got
movies
to
that
me.
are shot in time really fucked me up too.
But I'll say like I'm trying to think of what I was actually gonna say. But like yeah, usually like scary movies like The
Oh, we have
Exorcist.
to pause.
the new-
Ryan's busy texting.
no, the new
No, I'm
Exorcist kind of
still
got to me a little bit, but it didn't
promoting.
jump scare me a lot.
Didn't-
It was just
The Exorcist.
it was just wicked. You know what I mean?
The Exorcist. So the movie, like
when
the
the guy
old,
started peeling his face off. Whoosh.
I'll say like the older
Whoosh.
Exorcist movies were like pretty good. Those newer ones that they
The
did.
new one was what got
Like,
to me.
The Exorcist of Emily Rose was good.
Molly
or-
Hartley.
Huh?
The Exorcism of Molly Hartley was also kind of
Yeah.
fucked. It ended so stupid though.
all that's why I like the Exorcist, because like the very last one that they did where they had the two girls being possessed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was watched that at April's, right?
we
Yeah, I
watched
that
still
one
haven't
was-
watched that. I still haven't watched it.
That's good.
We won't
Is it
spoil
good?
It's
for
pretty
you.
good. It's like fucked because like what I like
It's a
about
sad
it.
ending.
Spoilers don't fuck with me at
Oh.
all.
Well, I don't want to spoil it for you.
I
though.
do.
Well, I mean
fucking-
that's your guys' prerogative, but you can ask my little brother. Spoilers don't affect me at
Well,
all.
because like
don't
I
give a
want
shit.
because if I'm gonna watch it with you, I want your genuine reaction of
Yeah.
it at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I
Makes
mean?
sense.
That's true.
Well,
that
because
is
with
very
the as Keely brought up a little bit ago, The Visit.
The Visit, yeah.
My wife kind of spoiled the big turn in the movie where the grandparents aren't actually their grandparents. They were killed and replaced by a bunch of insane asylum escapees. And but it's still, the movie was still great for me. You know what I mean? Like, spoilers really don't affect me at all.
Yeah.
Even knowing the twist, I'm just like,
I
it's
don't.
crazy.
I like to see
love
how
spoilers.
things happen in a movie.
I get it.
That's why
I get it.
doesn't bother
No,
me.
I fully understand. There's a, I mean, I'm in the minority there for sure. A
I'm
lot of
with you.
people
I'm with
really,
you.
a lot of people really don't like things being spoiled for
Yeah.
them. But
I don't mind seeing it.
Your wife brought up the visit.
well, you typed it, so
Babe. But yeah, so let's talk about Final Destination for a second. So Final Destination for me, like I don't. Also, somebody did bring up the Descent. I don't know if you guys. I don't know if I've seen the Descent.
Annie, that's so
But it-
true and real. I think about that a lot. I'll be real with you.
But I don't think I've seen the Descent. If you guys have or not.
With the logs, right?
The Descent.
Yeah, the Descent.
Yeah.
Remind me.
I don't know.
I've
It's
never seen
something
it.
that somebody brought up.
Give me a little synopsis.
I don't. We'd have to look
No,
it
I'm
up.
asking whoever put it in there.
Oh, no, it's not in chat.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But
Jesus Christ. Okay, thanks, babe. You're the
he also
best.
typed it and is typing this. Okay. So we'll talk about Final Destination. So Andy says Final Destination unlocked the fear of driving behind
Crazy.
trucks with anything in the back of it. Yeah, that, for sure. Final Destination unlocked fears for
In
everything for me.
dude. I can't.
Uh,
I couldn't
yeah.
get on a plane
So,
for years.
Ferris wheels.
So, yeah, no. So for me,
Ferris wheels, dude.
like I'm somebody, I have vertigo and I'm kind of scared of heights and shit like that. So like any sort of rides, like fuck that. I'm fuck all.
I don't have
that.
a fear of heights. I have a fear of falling.
Yeah.
Falling is rough.
Roller
falling
coasters are
sucks.
weird for me.
So, like, the
I-
climb up.
walking up to the roller coaster, I get a little scared. But
Yeah.
It's
The exact opposite
of me. Yeah.
That first
feeling.
dip,
Yeah.
dip is what fucks me up
Once
the
I
most.
get on it,
but it's
dude.
fun. It's
Yeah,
fun.
once you
So
climb all the way up, or
Yeah.
like climb up is fine with me. You know what I mean? You're just like
fuck
then
that
it'll
drop
stop.
down.
But yeah,
And
it
then-
stops for a second.
Fuck that
It's that
drop down.
initial anticipation of like the slow crawl over, and then you just fucking start flying. I'm like, God, it gets me every time.
Dude, the Diamondback on Kings Island when it did it. it
I've
was like-
never rode the Diamondback
so-
because somebody
It's-
told me there's like a tiny dip right there at the
It's
end.
fire.
There's like a little thing that comes back at the end there.
No, it doesn't. That's
Somebody
not
told
real.
it to me,
That's not
and
real.
I've never.
I will. You won't ever catch me on any sort of ride. I don't even care if it's like, unless if it's like the little alligator ride at the 4-H fair, like that little on the
I
ground
don't know, dude.
one.
You know
No,
those
ain't doing
rock
it.
and roller coasters that they play like old school like music,
Oh,
and you
that's-
just like
this-
fucking. It's
yeah.
just like wavy and shit, real fast and wavy. I love those things, man.
Yeah, no,
Love them.
I have.
Because you're just jamming out while riding this like basically a kid's roller coaster,
Yeah,
and it's fucking fun.
I have like very bad like vertigo and motion sickness, so like I just can't do any of it. Like that's why I'll go there and play the games, the carnival games. Other than
Yeah,
that,
dude.
like I just not my cup of tea.
Our silent
important.
friend Averill I've never heard him scream in all of our years of friendship, and we brought him to Kings Island. He'd never ridden a roller coaster.
Oh
And
yeah,
the
he did say
first
he was
time
terrified.
I
of it.
heard him scream on the Firehawk, where you were literally looking at the ground,
Yeah.
oh, tears were rolling back because Alex's laughter is making me laugh, but
Oh,
also
man.
him going, "Ah, ah," just repeat it.
Oh, yeah.
dude.
No,
Oh,
fucking Mikey.
Rest
Like,
in peace, Annie.
terrific.
appreciate you,
We'll see
appreciate
next
you
time.
getting me a Dr Pepper.
that
Yes,
thing's
sir.
fat.
But you got this motherfucker bought me a liter.
I'd say bye to Annie before she leaves.
Bye, Annie.
Phone's about to die. Bye, buddies. Well, you best charge that thing and get back on there. We'll see you then. But also, I'll get a hold of you, Annie, about our movie night on Discord for sure.
I
But yeah,
definitely want to do that.
you bought me a fucking liter of cola. Fucking.
That's
You act like
Yes,
that's
sir.
you
I
act
was
like
just-
that's weird for Americans to drink.
I mean, I don't drink that much pops.
You
This
don't
is
have to
crazy.
drink all of it.
I
You
know,
can
I just-
save
it's
the
just a
flavors,
surprise
man.
enough, man.
No,
I was gonna say, you should just you should just poured a cup of it and moved on.
I know. It's just like that's a lot of it.
It is.
But no, I got an update. But so I want to finish on Final Destination because I don't want to get off of her comment. But you know, Final Destination just kind of fucked a lot of things for me. You know what I mean? It was just like unlocked so many fears of like what she said, driving
Yeah.
behind
Yeah.
things, riding a roller coaster. I've still never been on a plane. You know what I mean?
It's not that.
Besides
refuse.
working on one.
Once you get on it, I
It's
had
not
the
bad.
same fear.
And
Like, once you
I've
get
been
on it,
because like I said, I have like the fear of heights and the fear
Oh, I
like
forgot you've been on a plane actually.
Mhm.
the vertigo and stuff. So I've been thinking about taking like a flight from here to like
You have a fear of
Chicago.
heights too, don't you?
I do, but like I said, like usually, once I get on the, you know what I mean,
How's
platform
turbulence
or
for you?
whatever, barely felt any.
Really?
Mhm.
You got lucky.
But just taking like a flight from like here to Chicago, like a 10-minute flight.
It's so expensive.
You know what I mean? Well, just to try it, because like I said, I don't know because like I want to go to Australia. That's a 26-hour flight,
I'd do it.
so that's like a whole day stuck.
Or you
on
can take a
fucking
boat.
plane. I don't know which one I'd rather do.
I'd rather take a boat.
Really?
I
That's
don't know.
more of
Yeah.
an
It's a
experience.
long.
But
I
also-
can,
I
I
feel
can
like that'd be
swim.
more
I can't
experience.
fly.
But
I
you
can swim.
forever?
I can swim
'Cause
long
you-
enough.
to find an island. No way. No way
Well,
you're surviving
no,
it.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
I
In a
would
shark-
much
I'm
rather-
saying I can swim long enough to feel like I'm trying versus falling and dying.
No, I would much
But in,
rather
like, an
die
open
instantly than be
water like that.
tortured
Okay.
like that. I would not. No, I'd be. That's a torturous death.
Well,
you're starving
you're,
to death.
you're weak-willed.
You're, call me a human.
You don't have inhibition.
You don't have any will to live.
But I do have an update on the descent. Is that they're in a cave? I think I remember this. They're, like, in a
I do
cave.
remember this
They're
actually.
like, they're like,
Yeah.
what's that word called? What is it?
claustrophobic.
Splunking.
Spelunking.
Spelunking.
Yeah.
And they got like caught
But
in
they
a cave.
do get in it like it really fucks with people with claustrophobia though because they get in those really tight
Yeah.
spots.
That's one thing. People that spelunk, I'm like, you're fucking crazy.
You're
dude.
cracked. You're
Yeah,
cracked.
fuck
out of
you.
your
Get
gourd,
stuck, dude. You're fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
You're fucked.
I've watched a YouTube clip of this dude. He goes into this. I don't remember where it was, but he goes into this cave like most days, and he squeezes through
Yeah.
these tight little crevices.
They get to an opening eventually,
But still, even sometimes he's like, oh, I got to take my backpack and my flashlight and everything else I have on me off to get through this. And if I get stuck, I got nothing. And it's like, why are you telling me this, bro? I'm not calling the cops for you.
To make you
You're
watch.
alone.
No way.
Yeah, like fuck you.
That's
To make you watch.
insane.
It's
Um,
YouTube.
Yeah, no. When I watched that movie, that was like, yeah, fuck all of this. And I think like what it was like, they were like cannibals in there or something like that.
There was
right?
something goofy shit. I
Some
don't know. I made it
dis-
very short
Indigenous
distance in that
people or
movie.
something like that.
Made it a very. I think that was the movie that The Forest was based on.
Oh, the game.
Yeah,
The Forest is a good game. Fuck yeah.
I
love that
think
game.
that's. If I'm remembering that right, I'm pretty sure
Could
The
be.
Forest is based on that movie.
Could be. But
Outlast is
Outlast.
Outlast.
Yeah, what to talk about? What
Topic
to,
we
what
can
to talk
talk
about
about
horror
for
games?
later.
Outcast is a great one too.
The band.
Yeah.
I know.
But okay, so we talked a little bit about that. So like what? I guess for you guys being newer into the horror movies, like what got you into like wanting
wife.
to watch the horror movie?
100%. My wife.
That makes sense.
Okay, why did Savannah want to start watching it?
Hey babe, why did you get into horror movies?
I guess that's fair. Messaging, text in the
I
chat.
don't think I actually know that.
What makes why do you like them now then?
I like spending time with my wife.
I guess that's fair. Okay.
I'm
fair
gonna be
enough.
real with you. I'm a pretty basic guy. If my wife enjoy, so here's the thing. I break it down like this. My wife takes the time to get into the hobbies that I enjoy. She
Yeah.
takes the time to listen to the music I enjoy.
Absolutely.
Valid.
So I can take the time to try to get into her hobbies and her likes and
Okay,
stuff
so
like that.
why
so-
do you like horror
Listen
movies?
up, man.
Because my wife does.
Okay, but now that you're watching them, now that you like them,
I still don't like them.
Oh,
I
okay.
watch them because my wife enjoys watching them. I find enjoyment out of watching them eventually, after the movie's over and I know I'm still okay. But like during the movie, you can ask my wife. I'm fucking freaking out the whole time, dude. Like genuinely, my heart's beating.
okay.
It's like I don't enjoy watching them until after, like, and then I go through it in my head. It's like that's actually a good movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a good one. But exposing yourself to fear all the time, eventually I'll get to the point where like it really doesn't affect me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm still in the phase where like these movies are still like fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
these are still really fucked.
Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.
Great.
That's right.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
Lisha. Like Lisha.
Like Lisha and sub like Sam.
For sure.
Share
Get
like
at it.
share.
And share.
Yeah, we still don't have a share yet, don't we?
Well,
Share like a bear.
uh,
Bear share. the
Bears don't share.
for anybody still listening
their
and
children.
watching, tell us if you have a friend named Sharon. Get them to share and subscribe and then like,
Yes,
so we can also say share like Sharon.
because it has to be in the chat. That's one of the
Yeah,
rules.
they have to be in there. Cause like yeah,
We'll make them
we
a
gotta
very
get something.
important
And
person.
dominate like Dom.
All right,
All right.
but okay,
I'm
so
sure Dom enjoyed that one.
so Brandon, for you, like why do you like
What'd
the
you
horror
call him?
movies, Brandon?
I heard Braden, I swear.
No, it's fine. It was actually Averill. I used to be so scared of him as like a teenager. I didn't really start getting into him until I was like 13, and then I started hanging out with Averill. I would stay the night at his house. He's like, let's watch a scary movie. And I was like, I'm scared of him. He goes, this will be even better. And I basically would talk through him, and then eventually I just shut up and like I got so desensitized to him because of Averill because we watched so many. He's like, you
What was
just
the
gotta
first
dive
one?
into it.
What was the first one Averill made you watch?
I want to say he pulled.
I'm
up
gonna
a
be real with
random
you.
one.
Instead of turning my head to look at you guys, I'm looking at you through the TV.
Yeah, that's
so.
what I do.
I'm a fan of-
Instead of, I think it was just a random. I think it was VHS. Honestly, we were on
Dude,
Netflix
VHS is
at
so
my
good.
place. I think it was
I
at
need
my
to watch
place, and he was like, "Let's watch VHS." And I was like, "Okay."
The first movie my wife made me watch was Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, that's all right.
And then we went into Grave
I'm gonna
Encounters.
be real with you. It fucked me up. That movie fucked me up. It was super scary for me.
I don't like how my
Imagine
fingers
just a
look.
fucking psycho neighbor, just
But-
spying on you all the time.
So what ADHD is a bitch.
Love it.
But what kept you into the horror movies, and like why do you like them now? You know what I mean?
As I grow older, I love paranormal investigations. I'm obviously a spiritual person, so like I just love history, and it's always connected to history as well.
Yeah.
So that connection just made me really get into them and everything. Like I like the ones based on true stories more than anything else. That's
Yeah.
why I love the Conjuring films and like the Annabelle doll and everything
Yeah.
else. I want to actually do a paranormal investigation at some point in my life.
Sweet Nostalgia
That'd be dope.
presents James shits his pants on public TV.
I want to do it. I
What
want
do-
to get permission from Banner Rock. If you're listening, owners, I want permission to go in there at night and do a paranormal
Yeah, no,
investigation.
this for
That is my
peop-
dream.
For people, I'll talk about it after I finish on my little stick. So you're not quite into scary movies yet. So I mean, I don't know if this question
fresh meat.
what interests you about watching like horror movies?
I think just the joy that it brings people. I
Okay.
kind of want to. Maybe it brings joy to me. You know what I mean?
Experience it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He likes,
So
he likes
I know
laughing
you
at
guys are
me a
talking
lot.
about movies, but what is your thought on the Salem witch trials? Like the legit Salem
Like
witch
the
trials?
legit
Oh,
ones.
yeah. Illegal nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays, but I mean, it caused
mean,
a
kinda
lot.
fucked.
It caused a
I mean,
lot of
it's
problems.
so. Here's the thing: it's super fucked. I
Yeah.
mean, the thing is, it was back then. It was a bunch of Christian paranoia. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's what it was.
Well, 'cause,
It's
like,
propaganda too.
Yeah, 'cause it's super fucked because I mean, it's play devil's advocate and say like none of it's real or whatever. Like you guys literally just murdered
Yeah,
fucking
a bunch of
I mean,
children,
dude,
women
a
and
bunch
If they
of
children.
saw a
Well,
lady
it was a bunch
just
of
stirring
teenagers.
dinner in a pot, they were
Yeah.
like, "Witch, kill
Yeah.
her," and they
It was
killed her.
because it was a bunch of unexplained things, and because they could not explain them, they blamed it on witchcraft.
Mhm.
Because I mean, and to be fair, devil worship was huge back then,
It
which
was.
is why the Salem witch trials was such a big deal. Is because there were a number of women who
Doing that.
were quote unquote performing these black
Satanic
rituals.
rituals, yeah.
Yes, and so it made everyone so paranoid, and Salem just was the worst. That was the thing about Salem witch trials is we only know about Salem witch trials because it was the worst case that any town had ever recorded, but it
Mhm.
was all over New England at the time. All of the settled 13 colonies were going through the same exact shit, but Salem was so bad is the only reason we make movies about it or we even know anything about it in history
yeah.
books. But even like Plymouth Rock, where the people on the Mayflower, they were still dealing with that. Even in England, it
Yeah.
was still the same stuff.
I mean, I didn't Black
Jack the Ripper.
Rituals-
Jack the Ripper had just. I was gonna say finished killing or he died or whatever you want to say.
He was killed. Wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure he was
Jack
killed.
the Ripper was never.
He was
discovered,
never
right?
caught.
This
Okay.
doesn't. This
Never
doesn't. This doesn't matter. But Jack the Ripper had that period of time had just finished, and then they had the black magic and witchcraft and all of this other
Mhm.
stuff, and that was it moved from the UK to
Well, it was from Africa to UK as well.
Africa. Yeah, that's right.
was the
Africa,
origination of
UK,
it.
and then it to the settled
And that
colonies.
didn't help
voodoo
that
and
when
all that
all
shit.
the
Yeah.
1800s and stuff with
It's
slavery
because
is also was brought.
because the British couldn't explain the holistic beliefs or the hoodoo beliefs of African tribes back then, so they called it black magic.
They did.
So, and all under the guise of black magic, they said all of these rituals that they're doing, blah 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 blah. Same thing happened in the 13 colonies.
And there's your history lesson from Joms.
Like, yeah.
Go on.
But no, like I love the history of it and everything. I don't know. It's like I said, history buff. Big history buff with everything.
I am too.
No, and that's what like interests me a lot too of like horror. So like my interest into like horror and everything. I mean, obviously as like a little kid, it would scare me, but like I just never. I've never been scared of any of it. You know what I mean? Because I think I was introduced to it at a very young age.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like very young, of watching like I'll say this like zombie movies. I want to talk about zombie movies and how we feel about that.
My bad.
That's okay. It was a
But
lot.
just
Smoke screen.
just horror movies in general. I was introduced to a lot of that shit. 13 Ghosts. I watched that. Like,
Yeah,
very
our
very
parents. We watched a
Yeah.
lot of fucking Medea movies.
Same.
Yeah.
I watched some Medea movies.
young. No.
What steered me away from scary movies was night terrors. I had night
Yeah,
terrors,
Mikey
so
had
like
terrors when he was a
Mm.
baby.
I don't
Sleep
know. I
paralysis,
just
dude.
Well, no, he never had sleep paralysis. He had just really bad night terrors.
mm,
If you guys hear a
Although-
dog going crazy, don't worry about it.
Yeah, he sucks. Anyways, Mikey had pretty bad night terrors when he was growing up.
What like? I don't want to make you relive this trauma, but like, what were like the night terrors? Like,
Well,
what
they
were
never
in
know.
your
Just-
dream?
They never really know what the night
No,
terrors
no, 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 no.
are.
I'm not asking what caused it. Like, what would you dream about in these night
That's what I'm
terrors?
saying. They
Oh,
never
you
really
don't
know.
yeah, I don't
So
remember.
basically, night terrors
Yeah.
are they're like waking nightmares. He was
Ah.
always fully awake, but he couldn't get out of the nightmare, so he would wake up screaming and stuff like
yeah,
that.
dude.
Drama.
Sure.
Sorry.
Nah, it's all good.
But yeah, no. What got me into it? 'Cause since I was, pretty, I guess you could say desensitized. I mean, from it, or it just never really bothered me. Was like I think they just always told the better stories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like-
100%.
Well, and they
There's
tell
this-
the better stories because the story's already there.
Yeah.
But what they can do with the based on true stories is they can exaggerate a bit,
Yeah.
which just accentuates the already spooky story to be even spookier.
Mhm.
Spooky.
And like I think what was cool, like a lot of it is like whether you're watching a slasher or you're watching a paranormal, it's kind of it keeps in like this whole who done it
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? That mystery of like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
Why is it
Yeah.
doing this? I want to know why there's this haunting. Why are they being this way? What's connecting them? And it's like, oh, you're
Mhm.
come from a long lineage of whatever, or there's just this old guy that wants to watch a certain TV channel talking about The Conjuring 2 and shit.
Dude, my house, my house. Dude, it's so funny when he came up behind that girl. He's like, my house.
You
She's just
remember, dude? Speaking of old men, you remember that movie? Was it Speak No Evil or See No Evil?
Yeah.
I think it's.
It's the guy's blind, and they
okay.
go into his
Dude.
house, and he
Oh,
like
he-
fucking kills all of them.
Yeah.
Brother,
That's Don't
That is
Breathe.
Don't
Yeah,
Breathe.
Don't breathe.
What a
See-
great
the See No
movie.
Evil
That's a
movies.
really good movie.
The See No Evil movies are like kind of a slasher movie with Kane, the wrestler, in it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I never watched
Me
those.
either.
Yeah, he's basically this like inbred fucking.
Speaking
character.
of inbreds, Wrong Turn. I fucking
And
hate those.
Yeah,
movies.
or like
I also
Hills
don't
Have-
like Texas Chainsaw.
The Hills
either.
Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes.
That's
That's
my
another
first slasher
inbred
film I
thing.
ever watched. Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw.
My dad showed me.
I mean, it's not so like as an
I mean, that one's based off
introductory.
of a true event.
As an
True
introductory,
event?
and it's not bad. You know what I mean? But
My
like
dad's big into scary movies as
to
well.
continue watching Leatherface like that, like being a Bubba fan, I'm not a.
I don't really care.
It's not for your boy.
What I was gonna say is there was also I actually got to talk to my dad a little bit about like kind of like the '80s films and stuff and kind of how they were made.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking to me about we were at a fair, so Michael Jackson Thriller came on,
Mm.
and he goes, "That was actually treated as a movie.
Mm.
That was treated as
Yeah.
a small film, a short film."
That's right.
He's like, "So that is considered a actual scary movie."
Yeah.
And he's like, they premiered it like that, and it was insane. He's like, I remember when it was first made, it was also the most
It was a great-
expensive
I
music
mean,
video.
It was a great
for the
music
time.
video. It was a great
Yeah.
music video.
And one of the greatest music videos to ever.
Well,
live.
because if you watch because you can watch the whole
10-minute fucking music
15.
something like that.
It's
Yeah,
so
no,
fucking
you can watch the behind the scenes. Like there's a whole
Yeah.
thing that they
It
did
is-
with it.
it was a
Like they
movie
did like the
production.
inflatable bags to make his face look
Yeah.
like it's like doing
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
It's
Like, it's a
wild.
whole movie production pretty much.
Have you guys seen
Shout
the-
out Brad.
Yeah.
My dad.
Brad-
Shout out my dad.
Brad Brandon's dad.
It's my dad.
Hey, my dad.
Boogie woogie woogie.
Maybe we'll have him on.
That's gonna be uncomfortable.
Fucking hell, dude. But
I feel like
yeah, it's always the stories.
Dad was to discipline us the whole time.
It was always the stories, and it was always kind of like and if they did start to get me, it's like that
I
kind
know.
of
I heard it. Sorry.
that that adrenaline rush. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the adrenaline rush of shit. Kind of reminding you that it's alive.
The adrenaline
But
rush
I
of
think-
shit.
Where like I want to talk into the more psychological shit of it. That's where things would start to get because I want to start to talk about like the movie that scared us the most or whatever, or fucked us up the most. So as somebody that is very desensitized to horror shit, there's one movie that I don't think I ever finished it because it fucked with me too much, but it is called like
Ernest Big Day Out.
yeah, that terrified me. Ernest, but no,
Napoleon
something.
Dynamite.
It's something labyrinth or something. I don't know, but basically the whole process of the movie, the whole
Pan's Labyrinth.
no, I don't know.
From Dragon Ball fan.
No,
The
Pan,
whole-
like the mythical creature that kills and eats children.
Yeah.
The whole thing of the movie
Ugh.
is that people they talk about the whole process of death of that. There's like that small clique of
Lazarus Project.
yeah, DMT or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that movie fucked the shit out of me.
You believe DMT is a legal drug?
Yeah,
You believe that shit?
illegal thing.
In Oregon.
But it's also something that your body produces. as
Yeah,
well.
your body produces DMT.
But the whole process, the whole thing of the movie is like that's what they're talking about, like dying and that's what happens and shit like that.
I can't
that's-
watch that movie.
That's the whole thing of like the tunnel or seeing stuff, your life flashing before your eyes, whatever. But it connects into like the lady, she dies, and her whole thing of the DMT shit is that she went to hell
Mm-hmm.
because what she's doing. Because I think like they're doing something with people, like trying to bring them back or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're trying to bring him back
They're-
from the dead. That's
they're-
so
They're
Lazarus.
playing God and
Right.
everything.
So
that's-
yeah, that's the whole play on words there. Lazarus is biblical.
Yeah.
Lazarus was brought back from the dead.
Yeah.
So anytime that you hear Lazarus, it's
It's-
probably have something to do with resurrection.
Yeah.
And you gotta also realize when Jesus did die, in those 3 days he went to hell to proclaim his
Yeah.
holiness above all the demons and the devil
Yeah.
himself. So
So that whole concept, because like that's that's one of my big no-nos that,
Well, it's everyone here basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
that like just really fucks with me. That's what clicks my OCD like really hard is that. And so that movie, I never finished it. I watched a little bit of it and I was like, nope,
have to
can't
watch
do
it.
it. I'm
I'll
gonna
have to
freak
watch
the
it.
fuck out if I
Yeah.
continue
As
watching
above,
this.
so below is the same thing for me. Just
Yeah, 'cause
having
it really plays into
having
like the,
people like physically go through hell
yeah
to
Yeah.
try to live. That fucks
that's how
me up.
Grave Encounters was. It was a portal to hell.
yeah.
It was the
Grave
exact same.
Encounters didn't fuck with me too much, but
There was a couple scenes I was like, whoa,
yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, but as above, so below, dude. Man.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
the
They're,
whole
when
point-
they're just in the black of hell
yeah.
and they're being followed by those caped fucks, dude.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
know there's demons.
well, because the whole point of that movie is them trying to escape hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So-
Fucked.
And you can't escape that, brother.
Fucking fucked me up,
Once you
man.
got you.
Yeah, once you're there,
But-
you're there, brother.
So
Sorry to tell you.
that's why that portion of horror is what gets me. I don't like the other like scary monster jump
Yeah.
scare. I don't get jump scared. I don't get scared about
Yeah.
shit. But whenever you start playing in the whole heaven hell thing, that's where I get fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's a whole internal struggle that I have myself that I have to I think that we all have a problem with.
Yeah.
But that's what scares the fuck out of me. That
Mhm.
and mannequins.
Mannequins.
Those are
Mine is snakes.
those are my
Birds.
two things.
Snakes.
You start talking about
I don't like birds either, though. I'm not
Like, it's
scared
pretty
of them,
just
but I
mine.
don't like them.
Yeah, you start talking about that kind of shit, or you put mannequins into it. That's where I start to freak the fuck out. You know what I mean? Anything else? Put me in a zombie apocalypse. Fuck it. Put me in a paranormal
Fuck
thing.
it.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like if I was ever to be put in like a paranormal thing,
You die.
well, here's the thing. If it's paranormal, I know that there's some sort of after something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well-
but that's gonna fuck with you more.
Well, also, here's the thing with paranormal. Like, real life paranormal is not like the movies.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Okay,
you know?
real life paranormal doesn't exist.
Well, that's a
he's
whole
scat-
fact.
That's where
There's the skeptical shit.
I
So-
wanted to get into
Yeah.
our
So
segment.
so we're gonna just for everybody. So give me
That's a great segue.
one second to explain this. So we're gonna do a fun thing, and we're gonna find a good point to do it. We're an
Okay,
hour.
fun, questionable.
It's gonna be fun. Fuck off. we're gonna do a fun thing on tonight's episode. Brandon brought this up, so we're gonna pull up a couple clips on YouTube or whatever, and try to like quick hauntings or whatever, and try to debunk them.
Mhm.
Yep.
I think that'll be like a good thing to talk about. I think it'd be fun. You know what I mean? Just to kind of play on the whole. Since we're talking about scary movies, we're talking about spooky stuff. Because I want to make sure that we're talking about scary movies. That's what we're talking about. But we're gonna, overall talk about scary stuff. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I think that'll be a fun one. We're gonna wait for the whole
Okay.
believer, non-believer kind of thing. This is a disclaimer onto this, and for you guys completely. And I think you guys already know this. We're not talking about religious sides of it.
No.
We're not going to talk about the religious side of believing in ghosts or not. We're just going to talk about if you believe in a ghost or not.
If you're religious, congratulations. If you're not religious, congratulations.
It's- yeah,
We're not.
We don't
We're gonna
care.
leave.
Yeah.
So if we do ask that, everybody that's watching and listening, just to kind of leave that out of it. We're not going to talk about it. You know what I mean? And that side of it.
This is just if ghosts are real or not.
Ghosts are real or not.
If we mention religion or anything, it's just because of history. That's
Yeah.
it.
We're not going to go into personal,
Beliefs,
attachments to
yeah.
Moving on.
religion.
Pull it up.
But that's going to be what we're going to do.
Load the clip.
Load it up.
But I want to keep talking about movies for a second. We're gonna wait until I want to wait until a little bit more into it. So what's did you guys say the movies that really got you? So you said as
above, so below.
so Brandon, what's like a movie that like really got you like or like as an adult or as a kid or whatever?
The new Exorcist movie got me a
The
little
one
bit.
that we watched at April's?
Yeah, no, I actually saw it in theaters with my dad.
Oh, okay.
So the reason why is because I had to drive home, and my dad goes, "Don't look in your back seat," and I was like, "Why would you
You
leave me with
fucker.
that message?"
Yeah.
I know, but like,
what a cunt.
I also went home and I was just, I literally by Kira, and I just wanted to wake her up and be like, "Can we just, watch a
Cuddle.
A cuddle?
You
I
want to
could-
cuddle?
Can we cuddle and watch SpongeBob?
Yeah,
Can we spoon and watch
or something.
SpongeBob?
So that one got to me. It's just
Watch
because
Gilmore Girls.
effects nowadays are amazing. CGI is
Oh, yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
and that one did incredible at that. So
It's not-
that one, and then Hereditary.
It's not pea soup anymore, boys.
I think like those two got me. Pet Cemetery when I was a child, the original one when I saw the kid die,
Yeah.
I couldn't finish it. I
Mhm.
rewatched as an
Yeah,
adult,
the
but I
original,
couldn't.
the original It movie
Yeah.
also fucked me up as a kid.
It
we
movies never
definitely
got to
talk
me.
about it. It was so good.
It never got to me.
Yeah.
I'll
I
say
haven't
that.
watched.
I think that's
I
gonna be
haven't
mine.
watched the new It movies.
The new
Um,
It's are so good.
The original It movie didn't even get to me. I just kind of laughed at it. I was
Yeah,
just
the
like,
new-
this
the-
is this
I
is
I
not
heard that
scary.
Skarsgård did very well though.
No, he did fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So here's the
He's
thing.
really
Like,
good.
this can be a hot topic. I don't care. I don't like the original like movie, the TV series. Like, because here's the thing. It came out in what, the
80s.
80s,
80s,
70s,
80s.
maybe 90s. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't think 70s was that advanced yet.
But it came out in the 80s, and it I don't know, it just wasn't good. It wasn't scary.
Well, I mean,
I don't even think- I
so
don't
so
think
here's the
it's
thing.
scary
So
at the
we're
time.
thinking about because we're younger. right?
well, I don't even think it was scary for that time.
This is
I
the
think-
first
but
time
the
James has
thing-
ever said he's younger. Holy shit.
Okay, we're younger than the 80s.
Yeah.
But you got to think at the time, like Night of the Living Dead, even the Dracula movies, those were
They're
horror
horrible.
movies
Yeah.
back then. You know what I mean?
And
So
they're
like
not good.
at the time, well, yeah, for us they're not good, but
obviously.
we're used to like modern CGI. We're used
Mhm.
to they're making like
The Shining.
the Shining was fucking horrifying
Yeah,
as a kid.
that's
dude.
probably-
Well, because see,
Yeah.
like I think where The Shining's scarier is because it's more
Cabin
that
Fever, yeah,
it's like
Cabin
that-
Fever is
Yeah.
fucking real, and
It's
that
that
can actually
psychological-
happen.
Yeah,
to you.
that's probably
Cabin
my.
Fever. I mean, so that's a Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
Spielberg also had another movie that dealt with this, and Family Guy made fun of it. Actually, Brian, who got into a car accident, and this lady fucking picks him up and puts him in bed. And they-
Misery.
yeah. So it's kind of like so Cabin Fever, right? Is you just slowly lose your mind
Because
you
you're,
could be
you're
because you're
stuck
stir
in this
crazy.
space.
You're stuck and you're stir crazy, right?
Mhm.
You want to go do something,
Yeah.
but you fucking can't, right? So you just slowly start losing your mind, and people who are susceptible with like mental problems, they tend to go fucking nuts and try to kill people.
Yeah.
So somebody just messaged me about the podcast. They want to make sure that I highlight the original horror icon, Courage the Calorie Dog.
I already talked about it in my cartoons episode. Moving on.
I mean, we can talk about it.
I wasn't on the cartoon episode, and neither was Mikey. Mikey,
Yeah.
will talk about Courage.
You guys can't.
You watched Courage when
I'm
you were
out.
younger?
I'm out.
A little bit. Yeah.
I watched a lot of Courage when we were younger.
It was that's an OG
It was a
horror.
good one.
That's like that's a
The
child.
slab.
So no, that's a good. So it's still horror shit. So that was a
I
good
mean, be
introduction
real with
to
me.
kids.
If you were
horror.
if you were young again and you watched Courage for the first time, and you see like the body dysmorphia that Courage gets up to, and you see like they're
Well, all of
fucking
it. We
alone.
had the zombies. and
Yeah.
The
But the
return
thing
to
is,
slab.
yeah,
thing.
return the slab.
Yeah, right,
Dude, I'm telling you,
slab.
That shit, fucking,
It was scary.
it's
That dude was
spooky
scary
shit, man.
as a kid. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, my just still connected. Oh yeah, disconnected for a second. We're good.
Rad.
Okay.
No, but
sweet.
yeah, dude, that scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah, no, I think
I watched.
really
I think
bother
I'm
me.
gonna be real with you. I watched a lot of it, and I've blocked a lot of it out.
no, like Courage
Same.
the Cowardly Dog. I think was like a good introduction for kids into like.
Yeah. Anytime Muriel
horror.
played her fucking instrument, I knew I wasn't watching the show anymore.
I knew I
She
wasn't gonna have a
played
good
that
night.
lot.
It was a mistake on my
I have a very
I think
vivid memory.
Scooby
of
Doo.
Scooby Doo.
dude.
I love Scooby Doo.
You know what I mean?
I
I
used to
mean,
watch so much
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby Doo.
Little intro.
like Zombie Island. Zombie Island. I think what was the one with the vampire one? That one was good.
Dracula. I don't know.
But
My favorite was Cyber Chase. So
Cyber Chase.
Cyber Chase was a
pretty
good
that was the
Cyber
best
Chase.
one to
one.
me.
Cyber Chase was
Well,
really
those video
good.
games, man.
Yeah,
Can't.
that's
Can't-
what
can't
we
beat
did
it.
for
Can't
Can't
beat
beat
it.
it, dude.
So okay, so what were we talking about before Courage?
I don't remember actually.
I think. Well, we went on the debunking segment we want to get to.
Yeah, I do want to get onto that.
I do want to get on that as well.
Scooby Doo was my world as a child. I definitely for a lot of
Heck
people,
yeah.
for sure.
Gotcha.
I still
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
watching Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I actually watched this little
Yeah.
YouTube short segment. It was like the many universes of Scooby Doo were created by Scooby himself, and he has to just kill every character over and over again and
Oh,
make a new universe.
yeah, I saw that.
Which
That
is
was
why
good.
Velma's the smartest one, so she's always the one to discover. Scooby's the one controlling all of it,
Mhm.
so he has to kill every character, and
That's
Velma's
stupid
always
Great Dane.
last.
Yeah, yeah.
And he makes
I
a
watched
new
that.
he makes a new universe every time. That I'm gonna
That
be
was
real
a
with you.
horror film
Fuck me up.
That's good.
Dude, that's what we should do. We should read into those, like, because there's a Rugrats theory.
Oh yeah,
Angelica
all the shit,
Angelica
yeah.
made all of the kids up because of some like weird disorder she had because of the way her mom treated her.
Yeah.
And so like the Barbie she carries around all the time is what her mom actually looks like because she's cracked out
No,
on meth and,
And
shit.
the whole thing is like
Phil and Lil
Jeez.
were stillborn babies
Mhm.
and they didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, so she just made them twins.
and like
Dude, it's so fucked.
Yeah.
It's so
And-
fucked.
Ed and Eddie, they're all being in like
They're all dead.
purgatory and
Yeah.
shit.
Purgatory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, there's so many
I
there's so
love Ed
many
and Eddie.
there's so many good theories about that stuff, dude.
No, we can dive into that when we're doing like the debunking stuff. Well, I mean, before we hit that, I want to hit a couple more movies. So how do we all here feel about like zombie movies?
I
would
hate
love
them.
them,
They're,
dude.
they're incredibly
I think
mid.
anything zombies is just mid.
Yeah,
Personally,
they've
You
been,
don't,
they've
you
been
don't have
done.
against zombies?
I
They've been
don't like
done
zombies.
so many different ways and so many different times that it's just kind of boring.
Well,
You know,
well, I'm
the
saying,
last
like, do
one
you
that
have
I
a good
enjoyed-
zombie movie.
a good zombie movie for me was like 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later was a good one.
I watched
But
Walking
I like-
Dead, and that was it.
Walking
And I
Dead
didn't finish
sucks.
it. I didn't even finish it.
Bruh,
Walking Dead sucks.
Bruh.
They killed Glenn, and I was done. You know, that was
are you
it.
my brother?
They killed Herschel and I was
Mhm.
done.
No, it was just. I mean,
Dude.
I mean, you can
Dude.
enjoy it. Listen, you can enjoy it. But I'm saying AMC doesn't have any good shows.
It seems
period.
like Mike
It
has like
fell
Breaking
off
Bad. Breaking Bad
after
was the
Negan.
last good show AMC had.
it fell off after Glenn died.
It
That's all I
seems
gotta
it seems
say.
like Mike has a good. What were you gonna say to him? You're talking about Walking Dead.
Dude, it's a good show until after Negan, season 8.
That's a lot of seasons.
It's
And
a good
so we're,
show.
we're on
It's a-
season
but-
what,
But that's a lot of
15
seasons.
now?
It's apparently a lot of good a lot of good seasons. Though.
Yeah.
Eight
What
seasons
What
of-
were the Skinwalkers or something like that? They were
Yeah, that's
called?
after Negan.
That's after Negan, but like they killed Jesus as well. Like not
Yeah.
not the actual religion figure, but the guy named Jesus in there, and I liked him too. And the
Pete-
Skinwalkers got him.
Peter. Oh yeah, that's a good one that she brought up. Peter Pan representing heaven because he's taking the children.
exactly.
You know, the actual
But-
story of Peter Pan was
But he-
written by the Grimm brothers,
Yeah, I have a whole
and
book.
he's actually a kidnapper,
Yeah, no, that he was
Captain Hook
kidnapping
was
the
actually
kids, and
kidnapping
Hook
children.
was the one trying to save them. all.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
So actually,
Whoa.
Once Upon a Time is a
I did
great
not know
TV
that.
show. Actually, Once Upon a Time does a spin on these Grimm brother tales,
Yeah.
and they actually paint Hook as the good guy and
I need
Pan
to
as
see
the
that.
dick.
I
It's
need
a
to see that.
great show, man.
Yeah.
Actually,
Where's it, what's
Um,
it on? You know. I'll
No
Google
idea.
it. It's fine.
I was gonna say whatever owns FX.
I don't know what
but
owns FX,
but
I'm just-
talking about zombie movies, so I love
I think it's on
zombie
Netflix
movies.
actually.
I like.
Netflix or Hulu.
There's like quite a bit of zombie movies that I really fucked with.
28 days later, 28 weeks later, 28 months later. Those were okay movies for me.
Like,
The first one was very good for me. I love Killian Murphy. So I just enjoyed that movie.
I think
28.
did he die in that one? Because I thought they were talking about
Cillian
making another
Murphy?
one.
No,
was
he
him
didn't
in it.
die in that.
He didn't.
No.
Yeah, so they're I think yeah. I saw
Yeah,
something about
Killian
them
Murphy,
making
I'm
another
pretty
one.
sure confirmed he was going to do a 28 years later.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite actors.
He's
Killian
great.
Murphy's a great
Dude.
actor.
But
Good.
no, I have a big love for zombie movies because I think that was like a lot what I was like.
World
fir-
War Z, I'm going to say it now. World War Z
What?
is a
Keep plugging it.
fucking shit movie.
what I was like, oh yeah, it wasn't that good.
World War Z fucking sucked. I hated it.
I wasn't like super big into that movie, but no,
Did you
like
count Army of Darkness?
I
Zombie
wouldn't.
movie?
I wouldn't say a zombie movie.
I don't know. The
But
Will
it-
Smith zombie movie was good.
I Am Legend is good.
Yeah.
I Am Legend actually okay, and I've famously said I don't like Will Smith on this podcast. I Am Legend, I actually adore that movie.
It's a
I
great
love
movie.
it so
It's a
much.
Great movie.
And they're making another one.
Good. They do.
They're
They
making
should.
a they're making a sequel where Will Smith actually didn't die at the end of the first one.
well, because there was an alternate.
Or-
scene.
yeah.
Yeah, right. The cut scene. You're right.
The alternate cutscene is better, in my opinion.
It is
But-
better. That's why they're making a second one.
Sorry, phone's messing up. LOL. So no, when it comes to zombie movies, I very enjoy it because like that's what like I first started watching. So I started watching as a kid. What was it? What was it? Something of the Dead.
Dawn of the
and
Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, and it's like where they're all locked in a fucking
Thank you.
What?
I said, boom, I got it. Like, got a first try. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations, man.
They were all locked in
I would
a.
have known.
He's
Oh,
dialed
yeah, I
in.
forgot you have a
Oh, no.
newer one, so it's already a Type C.
Boom.
It was them locked in a mall. It was just your typical zombie movie. They're all locked in the mall. The zombies ran. They tried to escape. on a
Dawn of the
boat.
Dead, is this what you said?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
But what came after that too? So there's two zombie movies that I love specifically. There's Diary of the Dead, which is one of those found footage zombie movies.
Mm.
Super good. This follows a guy who's like a wanting to be like a filmmaker, so he's just trying to be a journalist and record it all and make a documentary off of it. Just him getting his friends and shit, and
Yeah.
it just kind of really added some more layer to it being.
I
Like
think my
found
favorite
footage.
zombie movie is Warm Bodies.
That is a
Warm
great
Bodies is
movie,
good,
dude.
though.
Warm Bodies is a great movie.
Good movie.
Beautiful movie. I love that movie.
Highly underrated.
There's another one called Land of the Dead. So it's kind of pushed like
See, and that
Dawn,
this is
Land,
what I'm saying.
Diary.
This is what I'm
I mean,
saying,
yeah,
dude.
but
It's the
just
same
repetitive.
fucking. This is why I like 28 Weeks Later, is because it kind of leaves it open to like discussion. 20 what happened 28 weeks later? You know what I mean? Or
Was it-
28 days later.
what was this
But
cool
then
about this?
every
like,
other zombie movie is something of the dead. Every
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
time.
it was
Shaun
some-
of the Dead. Dawn
Well,
of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
Night
Resident-
of the Dead.
Resident Evil
Resident-
also left it up for debate. You know what I
Um,
mean?
yeah.
but
Shaun of the Dead is a fucking great movie, and I
Fucking
will not
perfect
hear
movie.
anything different.
yeah, get fucked on that one.
Hot Fuzz is close second.
Yes, sir. But no, it was Land of the Dead. It was set years like the zombies have been there for years. They finally built like
Yeah.
a city and shit like that. And I think I talked about it before. The zombies started to learn again.
Yeah.
Like they kind of became human again and shit. And like
So Warm
one
Bodies.
started to no, they were still like eating people and shit and still very
Warm
not
Bodies.
good.
So I think that Dawn of the Dead, or is this what you're talking about? Which one are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about Land of the Dead. then,
Land
like,
of the Dead. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure this was the movie that they tried, like,
This is, like,
saying
early
this was the
2000s
yeah.
movie.
They tried saying that this was the next step of human evolution, was to be undead creatures and actually reach immortality.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's the movie. I don't remember.
Great theory.
But but then I was gonna say after that, Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead was a
such a
perfect,
good-
That's a great
fucking
movie. It's a
great
great movie.
amazing
Yeah.
Love
movie.
that movie. Mikey, have you seen Shaun of the Dead?
Yeah,
Shaun of the Dead.
My
is
man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Best zombie movie ever to exist,
super funny.
in my opinion.
Super funny.
What's another like subgenre before we get into the debunking and stuff like that? Do you guys have like another genre of horror movies that you kind of like want to dive into? Or
Yeah,
that,
you can talk about the
possibly-
monster movies, like
Monster
genuine monster movies. You know, what I mean, like the Dracula movies or any version of vampire
Like
movies.
werewolves
Yeah.
and-
Vampire Diaries.
Oh,
Great show.
I didn't.
Kieran's favorite show.
We're talking about
Vampire
the
Diaries
the
is
zombies
good,
real
though.
quick. The Resident Evil movies. I don't care what like the games. Yeah, they don't have much to do with a lot of the games. They're still good movies in my opinion.
Yeah, they are good movies.
Like,
Like
they-
action pack. If you like action movies, watch Resident Evil.
The
Those movies
Underworld?
are fucking great.
Yeah,
Underworld.
Yeah,
Underworld is a
we'll
good
get-
vampire series.
but like the first 3 Resident Evil movies were like really good, high budget, and then they started losing their budget, and they're like, all right, we know what we're doing. We're making
Yeah.
just action packed B-rated movies
Yeah.
or whatever.
But
they're
like,
fun.
as
you know
far
what I
as
mean?
scary movies, I think zombie movies are just not it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
I
they
think
just
like
have
I think
jump
like
scares and
I
stuff like
think
that.
thrillers.
I-
yeah.
For me, zombie movies were just like a fun time. They're not like I'm not putting much stake into it. It's just me
I
shutting
do.
my brain off.
I will
watching
say
the movie.
I do like the new HBO video game Last of Us.
Oh yeah,
I
Last of
really
Us is
enjoyed that.
great.
I've heard
It was
that's a
really
great one.
good.
That's a
I
great
But
show.
again, as far as like being scary is not really.
My
you know.
dad likes that show, and I was like, it's based off a video game, right? And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
He's like, you watch the Uncharted movie, and they're
Yeah.
like, wow, this is a great movie. He's like,
I was like, yeah, I've never.
I played the game, bitch.
I got Uncharted 4 with the PS4 when I bought it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't
Um,
played a single Uncharted game.
Great
Yeah.
games, so much fun.
It's just male Tomb Raider.
Yeah, that's what it is. If you like
Yeah,
Tomb Raider,
but-
you'll like Uncharted.
I mean, I don't
Um,
really like Tomb Raider.
But
Then you
but
don't
no,
like
like,
it.
but yeah,
There's
the
it.
monster movies and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, so like older school movies like Nosferatu.
that's
Yeah.
old.
That's
Or,
very
like,
old
what
school.
is
That's
would
like
you
the
consider,
60s, I
like,
think.
The Mummy.
No,
that
it's
kinda
no
thing?
no Nosferatu is older than that.
Nosferatu is older than that.
Really,
It's like
yeah,
it's like a
30s,
50s, 30s, 40s movie. Yeah, it's old.
40s, 50s, somewhere in there.
Really
Well,
like
it is a
an older
silent
movie.
film. It is a silent film.
Mm-hmm.
They
Maybe,
remade Nosferatu, actually.
Yeah, with William Dafoe.
That makes sense.
Oh, brother. Speaking of William Dafoe, real quick, little aside here. When Tom Holland was talking about William Dafoe's acting in the new movie, he said he literally got chills down his spine when he did the laugh in
Yeah,
the
while he's
middle of
punching
yeah,
him.
beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what a fucking actor, dude.
Yeah.
What a fucking
William
actor.
William
Dafoe's
Dafoe
great.
is a brilliant actor.
He's so underrated, man.
But when it comes to, like, I don't know if there was really any big. I didn't mind the what you just said Underworld movies. I didn't mind them.
They were all right.
I liked the actress. I
The
thought
first
she
one was
very-
good. The
yeah.
other two were mid.
But I guess I think those kind of movies, like what we talked about with video games, those movies kind of tapped more into
Would you guys
that,
consider?
that fantasy stuff
Yeah.
that like I'm not super into. I like vampires.
Yeah, it's
I don't really care about werewolves. Really, that's not my kind of thing.
Yeah,
I would
Mhm.
prefer vampires over werewolves.
that?
If I had to pick. Why do I?
it's
I
because
don't know.
vampires are more edgy.
Probably.
True.
Honestly, no, because like I don't know.
That wasn't a joke, chat. He usually does prefer things that are edgier.
Yeah.
Like I think I
He
guess
also likes edging.
The goon.
Gooninator. No, if I had to pick to be one, I would definitely rather be a vampire than a werewolf.
I mean, yeah, the werewolf transformation does look pretty painful.
It looks painful. The thing is, like, I don't think you really have much control over it.
You do.
know?
You know,
Depending on the mythos, you do.
yeah.
Yeah,
Depending on that. But vampires
Well,
are.
depending on the mythos, it also depends on if you transform or not as a vampire.
Oh yeah, until like
Like
that.
if you go
yeah.
for Skyrim mythos, yeah, they
Yeah,
both
yeah.
transform
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
both look fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
I like the
Vampire
movie
Lord.
Van Helsing.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Van Helsing.
The
Hugh
one with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
How about,
Yeah.
So
how about,
good.
how about,
Gabriel.
how about,
Dude.
how about Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter?
Stupid
Oh,
fucking
Jesus.
movie.
Great movie.
Stupid
fucking
fucking movie.
Great
That
movie.
movie's so
dude.
fucking
It's
stupid.
A-tier
Vamp
movie.
Squad
Yeah,
for sure.
Vamp Squad
Kayla's
for sure. She's Team Edward.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
Edward
talk
was the
about
right
that.
choice. I'm just saying.
Okay, moving on. I'm not having this conversation.
I've actually
Um,
never seen any of the Twilight.
But you know, like so yeah, we can go around the table and talk about that. But yeah, no, I'd rather be a vampire because like you just have the super speed, super strength. Like I know you're a wolf or whatever, but like I can stay human. Yeah, I can't go outside, but what's new? I don't really do that much anymore.
Well, there's also the thing
So,
is, if you're going by underworld mythos, the vampires there's a hierarchy, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
And with the lycans, werewolves, they're just a pack. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Each person is an individual.
I
you
like
kind
the
of
idea
just
of the pack.
you kind of just follow the pack leader,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is kind of like your ruler, right?
yeah.
Whereas if you were a vampire, there's an ordered structure and a hierarchy,
And,
and the vampire lords are cocks.
yeah.
There's a structure.
And they're pure bloods and everything else and all this other shit.
Racism.
Ice PP. Okay.
Give me that ice PP. Good job,
Hey,
Kayla. You freaked me out.
but you know, like, and
This
like
is psychological horror right here.
but yeah, no, like having the powers and stuff like that of, you know, of the vampire
asked.
I charged.
Get fucked.
and like I don't like I guess the hierarchy. You know, I don't know. There's some structure to it, maybe, you know, and I think like transforming into a wolf doesn't really sound all that fun to me. You know what I mean? I think I'd
Doesn't
rather,
tickle your fancy.
yeah, I think I'd rather put on the black cloak and be kind of cool.
I'd rather just be a hybrid.
I'm gonna say yeah. In some mythos, there is a
It's hybrid.
hybrid between human and wolf
Yeah.
that you can take.
I just prefer to be. I mean, there's also
And even
you
in
know,
different-
Vampire Diaries.
and
You got
even-
the
right,
werewolves
yeah.
and the vampires combining their blood. So
Yeah.
they're
That's
the,
insane.
yeah,
The,
they're hybrids.
the half breeds.
and
then
they're
there's
fucking strong.
Even
in that
in,
universe.
even
I
in
can be-
other mythos, there's the
Be a daywalker.
yeah,
bit of a daywalker myself.
bit of a daywalker myth.
You can be like Blade and be a daywalker.
Yeah, half.
That'd be cool.
If you could
Hybrid.
be
I just
half
want to be a
human.
hybrid. You know, hybrid is something.
So I don't know. I
Except
think
for,
and
except
like
for like a dwarf. I wouldn't be able to be a hybrid. Of a
so
dwarf.
okay. So let's go around. So Mikey, which one would you pick? Would you rather be a werewolf or would you rather be
Probably a vampire.
vampire? Why would you pick a vampire over that?
I don't know. I feel like
Good answer.
I don't want to smell like dog all the time.
There you go. That's a
You
good
know what I'm
answer.
saying?
Yeah.
All right, respect.
Well, and the thing about the thing about vampires too, we learned at a very young age that vampires know how to count. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
1,
Moving on. Moving on.
2, So, all right, Brandon. Which one?
Snuffleupagus was the original vampire.
Brandon, which one you be?
Hybrid.
It's
No, you have to pick
What a
one
cop-out.
or the other.
What a cop
Uh,
out. He said, I want to be both.
You
wanna be both,
Yeah,
brother.
pick one or the other.
Fine. Just because I like Skyrim, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be a werewolf. I like this. I like. I
Respect.
mean,
I will say the
regardless-
Skyrim vampires are crazy.
nah, Skyrim vampires
fucking
suck.
suck.
Now
Like,
being
in
a
the game,
vampire
they just look
lord
The
is
Witcher?
better.
The Witcher? What about The Witcher?
Yeah.
What about the Witcher?
Great show,
It's a good show.
great game.
Better
it.
show.
But yeah,
I
I'd
would
rather be
go-
a werewolf. I just think one transforming to a wolf would be cool. I like wolves.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. If I
And
was gonna
hyper
be
smell.
respect,
Well,
If I was gonna
vampires
be-
have it
Perfect
too,
eyesight.
no, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they did.
They have
don't
good
have
hearing
super. They have great hearing.
because
they
of
do
a
not have.
bat. It resembles a bat.
If I'm gonna be a lycanthrope, I'm being a werebear.
Werebear.
That's a real
from,
fucking thing,
from
baby.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring or D&D,
D&D.
whatever you want to
Is
call
there
it.
no werebear? No, werebear.
So in D&D, you can be a werebear, a wereboar, a werewolf, a wererat,
Imagine.
and a werebat,
Or where are you?
and a where's Waldo.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Here we
I
go.
cannot sleep. I cannot dream tonight.
Here we go.
I'm,
Can't help it.
I'm cutting vertical tonight, boys.
My 13th reason.
That's right.
All right. I think
Actually, 13 Reasons fucked me up.
Nah,
It's
13
watch
really
Reasons Why.
crazy.
That
Wow,
first, that
man.
first season
Dude, that
fucked
girl's
me
mess up.
I
for
didn't give
that.
a
I'm sorry.
I lived it. I don't give a fuck.
up. Okay.
Actually, I
Give a
had
fuck.
14.
I was wondering where those tapes came from.
But so it's start. I think now would be a good time to start bringing up. Let's start
Let's
pulling up
debunk this stuff.
some debunky stuff.
We should put a poll in the chat too when we watch the video afterwards. See
We'll
what they think.
debunk your
Oh yeah,
bungalow.
okay, I can do that. Hold on, give me a second. It's
Well, we're making a meal out of this, aren't we?
I
well,
like it.
we can do a poll. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up a little thing, and
It
you
says
guys,
color black, and I don't enjoy it.
huh?
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna
Where?
pull something up. Why isn't YouTube loading?
Are you out of internet? You run out?
No, there we go.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I'm gonna put a poll on screen. We should be able. Guys should be able to click on the screen or do something.
It'll pop up. I've done this. I've seen this before.
For it to be like real or fake. I don't. I'm at the
Third option is I can't call it.
I can't call it.
Looks like a video to me.
I've never.
You can do one via YouTube. Didn't you guys do this for the sausage or links thing?
That was like a. That was like a. That was like a.
That's
comment.
what I'm saying. That's what we're doing. That's what we should do. Is create a poll in the comments.
We just have them comment.
You can just hit the poll in the comments.
How do I change what the fuck the thing is? The options.
I don't know, brother. Option
so
text
weird.
color. Oh, it's text color.
That's the color.
Read the whole thing
Hard
first.
header
Brandon.
text color.
What?
I gotta practice reading. I'm dyslexic.
I guess that's fair.
Mother said that I had
Yeah.
to practice.
I don't know. I can't find it.
Mother's milk.
So everybody's just gonna have to comment in the chat telling us if it's.
And while you're
real or fake.
commenting, like and subscribe.
And share with a friend
All right.
or an enemy.
Oh, share it with
Make
an enemy.
amends.
Share it with everybody.
Share it with your enemies, most likely. Though.
Share it with your dog. I don't know if they can hear me, but share it with your dog.
Share it with your.
What should I? Right in there.
Look up like
I have 10
Real-
creepy
real-
videos.
Life
ghost captures or like
ghost.
paranormal activity.
We captured a goat. We're Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Real life
Who you gonna
ghost video.
call?
Mommy's milk.
Wait,
Okay, Nuke's top 5. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do Nuke's top 5.
There we go.
here we are.
Nuke's top 5. is
5
the
videos.
best.
Go
Whoa.
fuck.
God,
God,
Jesus.
didn't like
Actually, I'm gonna
that.
be real with you. That scared the shit out of
Yeah,
me.
didn't like that.
I
at
didn't
all.
physically jump, but it actually did scare the shit out of me.
I can see it from here. I know probably Mikey can't.
Where's the poop?
Okay.
Oh, that's not.
Shut up, Mike.
Yeah, move that over there.
Get
That,
up.
that way you guys can actually see
Why is
it.
that your
There
background?
we go.
Because I like Silent. Oh, that's one we didn't talk about. Silent fucking Hill.
Well, we
bad.
don't need to.
Shit. Yeah, we do.
Too bad. We'll get it
Silent
after
Hill.
this. It's fine.
We're gonna talk about Silent
Got
Hill
a
at some point because Silent Hill
pyramid.
is fucking good.
Mid.
20 than the rest.
Like, well, I mean, it wasn't great, but it was good.
It fucking sucked. The
It's
games
like-
are better.
They get me the game. I'm not gonna argue that.
Books
the
are the
games
best.
way fucking better.
Dude, shut up. You don't fucking read.
I can't read.
God, how are you gonna say the books are the best?
Audiobooks.
Shake his
Feel
fucking
that
hand.
sweaty ass hand.
I like it.
Sweating my ass off, man.
I feel fine now.
All right.
It's
Oh, you
just
took
the
the jacket
mustache
off.
for me, dude.
Take the mustache off, dude.
No way.
Dude, he's
I'm
committed.
committed, dude.
That's
I
what I was
got to.
saying. I was trying to commit too, but I just couldn't.
It's just a mustache.
All right,
Oh, well,
we
I'm
got
not
this
putting
going.
my
Okay,
mustache. I'll tell you
so
that
we
for
got.
free.
So this is Nuke's top 5. Definitely a good channel. Little furry shout out to them. They don't need it, but you know, they got it. Go check them out.
Don't
But-
sue us.
We love you.
we're gonna react to some of these. We're gonna write down in the comments too, like what you guys think, if it's real or not. Let's put them in there and see what we got.
A few months ago, a woman named Rosanna bought an old apartment somewhere in France and moved in with her 2 very young children and her 13-year-old cat, Loli. But almost
cat? Why do you have to
immediately after
mention it?
moving into the new place,
It might be
the
relevant.
cat begins to act very strangely.
This is gonna freak me out because my cats do this same thing.
My cat has done it too. Oh, okay, she's French.
Cat's getting murdered.
Yeah, go save your cat.
The cat, Loli, aggressively hisses and snarls at something that Rosanna can't see. Now, Rosanna says that the cat had never done anything like this before.
So that's like the weird thing about like animals in general. Like they can always
They
like
can sense it.
sense. Yeah, she walks over here.
She's
Okay, you guys are tripping.
Yeah, cats are animals are
Guys are
crazy.
That cat's blind. It's just scared.
Or they moved.
In
Hold on.
So
daylight?
as a single mother, Rosanna shares custody of her children with their father. So one night when the children are away at their dad's house, something happens that makes Rosanna's blood run cold.
What's your
45.
Other. I don't talk about
45.
45 plus.
Scared the ass.
Whatever that says.
Oh, that was a clear mommy. Oh,
C'est pas possible, ça marche pas. Ça marche.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna stay in the room, dude. What do you mean? Shut the door and pretend like it's not happening.
Okay, I already have a problem with this one.
I do too.
Let me cook.
It's
Let me
too
cook.
much.
Let me
It's
cook.
too much.
Let me cook. All right, see the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a radio.
She way overplayed it.
Yeah.
She's so worried about that fucking radio for so fucking long, dude.
Yeah.
Move on.
Why is she trying to prove this while all this is happening?
This is,
you
this
would
is so,
already be
this
running.
is
It's not
so,
a
this
reaction.
is so set up, dude. This is so fucking.
This one
Hold on.
I cannot say it's real. It's freaky, you know, but looking at it.
Hold on, I got an idea to make this a little bit easier for all of us.
Let him cook.
I'm cooking.
But yeah, I think this one is not real. We'll put a poll in the chat, but honestly, the mama was kind of creepy. I'll say that.
No,
First.
so
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
hard to dub that over.
no, it's not. Definitely no, it's not hard
No,
to dub that over. So for me and my issue with it is like what you were saying, the radio.
Why are you stuck
She
on that?
she literally went to show to show you
Everything,
like, oh
yeah.
hey, it doesn't have a
That's
CD
what
in
I'm
it.
saying.
Doesn't have
That's what I'm
batteries.
saying, dude. That shit's
Yeah.
so fucking fake.
it doesn't have anything in it at all.
Mhm.
And then whenever you look at the oh, my mouse doesn't show. Whenever you look at the behind the dresser, there's definitely some space behind
Yeah,
that.
somebody's
Yeah.
pushing
You know what I
those out
mean?
for
No, I
sure.
don't think somebody's
And-
pushing it out, but I think she has some kind of contraption, maybe fishing line or something of that nature.
Well, how would she push it back in? You know what I mean?
That's what
I think
somebody's
maybe
pushing
somebody's
it.
like behind it.
There's not enough
pushing
room
it.
for a person to actually be behind that.
Bullshit. Get a little kid to do it.
Also, they could be on the other side. None of the drawers on the left side are ever opened,
Yeah.
so those could just be straight up boards.
I just hate when they add music because if you were watching this without music, it wouldn't be that scary.
Yeah, because she just it was, for me, it was just sitting there going, yeah, and like
Yeah,
touching all
fucking
everything.
with the
dude.
radio.
That's was like
Yeah.
where it got me. But we'll
So-
keep it going.
Mommy again. I don't think anybody's behind.
I think somebody's probably behind the left side because they're not opening at all.
Even though Rosanna is completely alone, she hears her young daughter's voice calling out to her from the children's bedroom. The voice repeats, "Mama," over and over. But strangest of all, the voice seems to be coming from an old radio that doesn't even have batteries inside. After this absolutely terrifying experience, Rosanna decides to share her story online in search of advice. She also calls for help from a local priest. The scared mother is now desperate to try absolutely anything to get rid of the sinister entity that seems to be haunting her home. But nothing seems to help.
I don't know. What do you guys
In
think in
fact,
chat?
It
What do we
just
think in chat? Start hitting us with what you're thinking. If this is let's do a factor cap kind of thing.
Mhm.
Let us know. Factor cap.
gets much, much worse.
God. Uh-oh, Ryan.
Why would you have that freaky
Oh,
thing in your
Ryan.
house?
The mannequin head. Is it on
You know
like
what I
a-
mean? Why would you have that in your house anyways?
I think it's literally on like a lazy Susan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's you can't. That's not no. That one. You,
Some rando mannequin head.
I think this one's a load of shit.
for sure. It's following her, which is crazy. You know what I mean?
What's the light doing for you?
It makes you a little braver. It gives you chills because it
Why
looks
is the
freaky.
eyes like that?
Eyes, dude.
Yeah,
Look
dude,
at those
that's
fucking
just freaky.
eyes.
This fucking
Like, that's freaky.
Jesus.
Where'd you get those papers?
Where'd you get
Jeepers
those
creepers.
papers, bud? Imagine doing this to a Canadian dude. They'd just be- Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
thought that was a TV.
that's easy.
Like,
That's yeah.
sorry, could you quit? Sorry.
Hey, this one happened to be your house, eh? Am I intruding on something
I-
here?
Those
I stumbled on
fucking
in?
eyes, man.
Stop. Oh.
Oh, that was that. I thought it was in a video.
Yeah, me
But,
too.
It was
Just
me, baby
didn't-
girl. That sucked.
The head of a dressing
I'd have
mannequin.
I'm not gonna
Rosanna's
I'm not
had
gonna
for
lie to you.
years
I'd
moves on
shit
its
if the
own and
mouth
seems
moved.
to follow her
when
with
she
its
said
eyes
no.
as she
Yeah.
moves.
I was like, how you
around
going
the
there?
room.
You just
Rosanna
head
feels that
lunges
the
at her.
apartment is no longer safe for
How
her
you
children
doing?
and decides to stay in the
How
home
you doing?
all
Good, and you?
alone. Eventually, she becomes so scared that she starts to only sleep in the apartment's living room. But then, late one night, Rosanna hears her cat Loli angrily snarling at something in the hallway just outside the living room door. What happens next is downright chilling.
Yeah, I'm.
See, like poltergeist activity in real life isn't that aggressive.
And the rent's cheap. I'm looking the other way. Is what Alicia said. I mean, yeah. If
I'm
the
just
rent's
walking
fucking
out.
cheap-
I'm leaving the house.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I'm going over here and I'm having a good time.
Yep.
Apartment's haunted.
Forget about
Staying
it.
the night. We're figuring it out tomorrow. I'm going to the
Yeah.
church. Like
Ghost caught on
2024.
2024.
Ghost Cotton 4K.
I just want like quick
feel like
ones.
the
I don't
new-
want like whole ass like curated videos.
30 minutes.
Should be looking at
11
shorts
one.
then.
There's an 11-minute one.
Well, I just want like a quick like somebody took it.
Well, you're gonna get a compilation regardless. You're not gonna get like a.
This is what.
I saw like a 22-second one in the Conjuring house where it was like a shadow figure. Hey, you can do this.
This man is being haunted by some sort of demon. It all started when he heard something coming from his bathroom, which quickly escalated
Watching
into
some
things moving
shorts.
by themselves.
Brother,
and
you
even
just
the
sat
guitar
down and
playing
got up.
itself.
It's hello.
His dog would bark endlessly at nothing, and his lights began to
Okay,
flicker
light
on and
flickering
off.
makes sense. That's more like poltergeist.
He then
activity.
noticed a ghostly figure appearing in his camera. However, when he would
That's
get
fake.
close to it, it seemed to vanish. The entity would appear as a human and knock on his door, only to disappear into
Skinwalker.
thin air once again. So if you didn't know, this man
That
is being
shit creeps
haunted
me
by
out. Skinwalkers.
Find my drone.
Oh my gosh.
that would actually be good. We should get a drone
Yeah,
and
let's
just like
go spend,
fly it.
Let's go spend $1,000 for a skinwalker to kill our
No, we
drone.
can get you can get them cheap. You can get them pretty cheap.
I don't want to see something pop out and jump scare me. Though. Not for it, bro.
Yeah, I want like actual
in a
shit
safe
to like
place, Brandon.
debunk, but I just don't feel like these are.
I mean, these are
Oh,
easily
that good.
debunked.
Burnout. We all experience it at
Burnout.
some point.
I'm
It's so important
experiencing
to know
it
that I've
right
actually
now.
been working on it in therapy.
Burnout.
I don't want to hear it.
Skip. Like this is creepy. Don't get me wrong.
Loli. Loli.
Hey, come on.
Gets closer. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Gotta fuck
I'm
me
gonna
up.
be real with you.
Why are you
I'm
walking
swinging.
towards it?
I'm swinging, bro.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably dead at this
Man,
point.
stop screaming. Yeah, keep the voice down.
That's so fake, bro.
Yeah,
Why are you going in and out?
because why do you keep going back?
Why don't you shut the door?
Laisse-moi.
Istva.
Oh, you're getting brave.
Loli.
Yeah, this is too brave. This is too brave to be real. She's under the table.
Under the table?
That's you're just trapping yourself. Get ready to fight, brother.
After
to do
this very
stuff.
disturbing incident, Rosanna says that she
You
became
might be fighting a shadow, but still.
Yeah, because that's my thing, like too. Like whenever it comes to like this is like a real person doing, like what you said, it's too brave. Like
It's
no,
too
there's no fucking way.
That's too brave, man.
Because here's the thing, it takes the horror. I got a fucking fly flying around.
Fight
Me.
or flight, dude.
Like it's
Fight or flight,
it's taken to
Yeah.
reality for a
Yeah,
second.
you fucking fight them or you,
Or you
fucking
fly.
get out.
You
not
get out.
yeah, not
Absolutely.
like dip back, come back in.
Yeah,
come back,
there's
come back
no
in.
shot.
Check
That's way,
again.
that's way too brave.
You're just trying to set up a good shot. That's a good way to get scary because it got you a little bit.
I'll be real with you. Yeah,
It's
it actually
freaky.
did scare
It's
me.
fucking freaky.
Like that's all it's set up there for is to fucking like spooky a little
Get a
bit.
spoopy.
became seriously ill and spent the rest of the night throwing up. She says she is absolutely convinced that the old apartment she bought is haunted by a demon.
That scared me more
For
than
now,
anything
she
else.
stays at a hotel
Brother.
with her cat until she can hopefully
Shit.
afford to move somewhere else.
He's watching some scary shit.
Yeah, he had a fly. He had a fly in his arms. So I tried killing it, but I smacked the shit out of him.
Smack the absolute.
I thought you
piss
were
out
just
of it,
trying
dude.
to scare me.
Yeah, I was so confused. Like y'all were
Fuck
like
the fly.
fucking.
Sorry, dude. But also
I
got him.
passionate.
Can we continue?
Also got him. Yeah, no, we're good.
She says she's currently seeking legal action against the
Someone
people
write down
who
the time
sold
for
her
that.
that apartment.
Okay.
Clip it.
Are you serious?
Thing
No, we're gonna
in
clip
the
this.
basement.
No, she said
Top-eye
she's.
viewer who
Pause
wishes
real
to
quick.
remain anonymous.
Pause real quick.
We'll call her.
She said she's gonna seek legal action against the people who sold her the apartment.
No,
Bruh.
brother.
It's not real.
What a
Yeah.
waste
Yeah.
of money.
That's not real, man.
Yeah, I don't even think the story was real. I think
I'm gonna be real with you. This is probably a case of insurance fraud, and she's trying to get some cash from it.
Oh yeah, because like when we were talking about like bringing it back to like the reality of it is just like if somebody's like legitimately breaking into your fucking house, like you're gonna get out of your
Yeah,
house.
you're gonna
Or
call
the thing is-
911 and you're gonna leave.
Yeah, you're not gonna keep going.
Either that or you're gonna-
come
Or you're
back.
fucking fisticuffed.
You're a single woman by yourself.
Put on some nuts.
Not saying that you can't be an independent woman and stay in your fucking house.
Yeah.
It's just, but in reality here, it's reality check. You're gonna leave. You're gonna get a
I'd
gun.
fucking leave.
You're gonna get a
I'd
weapon.
fucking bounce.
It depends on
Could
how
you
big
imagine
they are.
Trying to shoot a ghost.
Yeah, I mean-
Okay, yeah. It depends on the stature of the person. If the person's shorter than me, I'm throwing hands.
Yeah.
It's like a little boy.
Yeah, I'm beating
I'm
that,
out of it.
that
Let's
kid
get
is
it
in
going.
my house trespassing. I'm beating the shit out of that child.
Oh yeah, I'll punt a kid in the head.
Honestly,
You want to trade now for that?
Oh,
I think that's probably charged.
but
I'm just using all your electricity. I'm sorry.
I only have so much left, man. Take it
know.
easy.
chill the fuck out of it. Okay, so what do you guys think in the chat? It hit us with the fact
Yeah,
factor
I
cap.
think that's super cap.
Caparoonie.
Let's move on to the next
Yeah,
one
that
'cause
is
this
definitely
one's
some- a
100%
bowl of caparoni
bullshit.
right
but
there.
what do we think about this first one in chat? Let's hit it. Like, let us
Cat
know.
baloney.
I'd say I mean I'm just gonna let you know. Nice try. You know.
If it was a movie, it got me.
Hallo?
What's up?
Okay, this is still the same one. I'm
This
pretty
is
sure.
him?
Are.
Okay,
Mm,
so
She can hopefully.
Okay, I think it's
Okay, easy there, Speed Racer.
hallo?
Hello? Savannah says cap. Savannah's in the chat.
Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god.
that can happen. I'll explain crap.
Sverker, det är bademannen där. Jag känner. Så bara så.
That's a teenager. This is made up.
Hallå?
That's a teenager.
Det är ingen där.
You commenting on all this
Also-
is
People in here.
Very unorganized.
fucking scared me.
That did too. It got me a little bit.
Take for. Hallå?
Salud. Hi.
Requiesca Kumpachi.
How are you?
Stop saying rest in peace.
Vad fan?
Didn't like that.
What the fuck?
That's fucking crazy.
I'm gonna be real with you. Chills.
That gave
I'm
me
gonna be real.
I
That
was
gave
like,
me,
ooh.
Really?
That gave me chills.
Yeah, literally. Look, I'm getting
Why?
goosebumps. I'm getting raises.
Yeah.
That one got me.
Bunch of
Baby.
vaginas.
Dude,
No,
Vad
I,
var det?
eat
I'm-
the
I'm
shit
easily
out of
scared.
between my toes, okay? At least I still feel something.
jeez,
Hallå?
emotions.
If she
Honestly.
says fucking hello
One
one
more
more time, obviously nobody's
She's
in the
going to.
fucking
You
basement.
already know she's going to, man. This is a teenager.
I need to cap if I
Nobody wants
that
to
was
talk
me
to
in
your
that
ass.
situation. Hello?
Look how cute I am.
Like, I don't know.
Check
Look
out
how
this.
scared
Check
I
out my
am.
fucking dirty ass garage.
Shit!
Oh, door
Didn't even close all the way.
Jane hears several weird screeches coming from
What is a
somewhere
pair of
near
pliers gonna do, Jane? What are you doing? A ghost is you're gonna pull its nipples?
her into
Turn it
the
on.
basement. Whenever she leaves, the door
Yeah,
seems
you
to
fucking
slam
the ghost
shut
just goes
on its
puppy.
own. But did you
What are you
see?
gonna do with wire cutters?
Jane looks into a mirror 2 times
Oh, were they
while
wire
walking
cutters?
through the
Cut
basement.
his nips off?
The first time, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
I was
The
looking in
second
this doorway,
time,
and I
something
did see
seems
that.
to be
on the-
standing in the doorway
Oh shit!
I did see
Right
that in the
behind-
doorway.
It's no, it's
behind her.
nothing.
Why
To
is
this
she?
day, Jane has
different.
no idea what happened.
It
but
looks-
says
Cap,
that
never
the
happened with the
experience
kids
gave
around,
her
just
the
her.
creeps.
It looks like the spirit from
Now
Spirited Away.
again,
It looked like a fucking ironing board, is what I thought it was.
Jane says she has never posted this video anywhere online. And
Yeah, 'cause she knows that
she
she'll
hears
get
a
fucking
noise
bullied
coming
if
from
she
the
did.
back of the store.
Debunk.
Guys, I'm working by my fucking self.
Jocelyn up in smoke.
That scared me.
Up
It's
in
around
smoke.
11:30
Cap.
at night, and Jocelyn is working in a smoke
Cap.
shop in Central Alabama.
Smoke shop. He said a smoke shop.
He said Cap to her working.
Alabama.
Cap. She ain't working nowhere.
He's,
She's a piece of shit.
Somebody said Cap. It never happened with the kids. Just the kids around, just her. I mean, good point.
She hears a noise.
Because they probably look at like, mommy, why are you? What are you doing? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's like, hey, bro, chill.
I'm trying to
Daddy,
make us famous.
Mommy's trying to make us money on the internet.
Lay off the DMT.
Coming from the back of the store.
Guys, I'm working by my fucking self, and I hear fucking noise in the back.
I'm not 100%, but I'm fairly certain this is
Bro.
illegal.
Hold on, what were you saying about it being illegal?
I don't think she's allowed to videotape their cameras.
I'm working by
Because
my
then you're
fucking
giving
self,
away the position of
and
their
I hear
cameras, and that's like a security issue.
I mean,
You can get fired for it, but it's not illegal.
no, because the
Okay,
thing
fair
is,
enough.
those cameras are put in like plain sight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because
Because that's the back room. I think she's actually showing the back room.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, that's
She
the
said-
back room.
She said you heard something for the back room, and then she panned to this. So
But yeah, no,
They sell
it's because
t-shirts.
the cameras have to
It really
be.
is a smoke shop. That's crazy.
Backwards.
well, at least that's not Cap.
Oh,
you see
I
it running
saw
across
it.
there?
Yeah.
That might be that could be a little real.
What is it? I didn't even see it.
Oh, you see it?
So
Okay,
here's
go
the
back,
thing.
go back. It's right.
myself.
It's right in that
and I
back
hear
corner. I'll point it out here on the screen. It'll be in this little back corner right here. You'll see something run across. You see
I
it?
saw a broom move.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be real with you. If this is a real smoke shop, she's probably about to get robbed.
Yeah.
She might just be high if it's a smoke shop. I mean,
True that.
but all I saw,
Real based.
all I saw was a
It was not a.
It was a
a
thin.
broom.
It was a
Yeah,
thin
no,
figure.
It was a thin figure, but I
No.
don't know if it was a broom.
look back here.
But even then, why is the broom falling in the back room?
I don't know because you
That's
didn't
such
put it up all the
slight
way.
movement, though.
So she's not working by herself.
Sorry, I'm
Look,
trying
look
to-
right here.
There ain't no way I was gonna see that with my naked eye.
Saw a broom move.
It's,
Bro.
it's probably a broom. Yeah. Yeah. Now I see it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he probably just didn't set it up all
Let's
the way.
see. Okay.
Something can be seen
That
moving
wasn't a
around in the storage
That
area.
was a
in
broom.
the
See,
back.
something fell.
Yeah.
And that-
there's-
okay.
Sorry, Grandma. I
Okay,
can't
that
find
one-
out how to properly do CPR on
Damn,
YouTube.
man.
YouTube is
The
making me
way
sit through a
it
2-minute
quickly
ad
went
for
across
Pizza Hut.
there,
You can
I don't
install
think that's a real person unless
I
they
like
know-
how you pan to the skip ad
After
on the
posting
fake
the
skip
video
ad.
online, shocked viewers asked Jocelyn to check the security footage of the camera in the back. Now, whatever this is, it doesn't show up on camera. But about 4 hours later, in the middle of the night, when the store is closed and empty, this happens.
lights.
Camera.
That was
At around
Not the
4 in
pillow.
the morning, a ladder falls over by itself, and a pillow seems to appear out of.
Okay.
Somebody lives in the apartment above it.
I mean, the ladder. Yeah, the ladder fall.
If it's a- if
I
it's
don't know.
real-
That's just a back. I think it's like a basement.
If it's a
area.
real, if it's a real smoke shop, somebody definitely lives in the apartment above it.
like look at the ladder. I mean, you should be able to see it kind of like jerk forward if somebody like pulled it because it's a ladder,
Yeah.
so it's a little heavier. You know what I mean?
That one slowly fell, and the pillow fell at the same time. That's too much of a coincidence. For those
At
two
around
things.
4 in
Yeah,
the
but
morning,
the
a ladder
pillow.
falls
But
over
my
by
thing is
itself.
too. Why the fuck is there a pillow on the stairs? You know what I mean?
So, I'm sorry. It just,
Like,
I
it's-
had to do it. I'm not trying to actually be mean.
No,
Like-
I don't give a shit.
Like
I'm a grown ass man.
let's be real here. Like, why is there a pillow on the top of the stairs?
Just worry about you hitting your
Dolphin,
mic.
a pillow seems to appear out of nowhere and just drops down the stairs.
Someone just dropped a pillow.
Now
Just go-
Jocelyn's
What's something that we can throw down the stairs that's not gonna fuck up the stairs? A
Well, we
pillow.
can't throw
A
the
pillow.
cat.
Yeah. Like we don't have anything heavy that we can
says
throw.
that she was so shaken up that she has no intentions of ever returning to work at the store.
Why? Because the
Might
ghost has to
actually
get up
just
high and he
quit her
likes a
job.
good rest.
But is
The
this
brother
real
likes to
paranormal
smoke. Let him
activity
smoke.
caught on
Fuck
camera?
this pillow.
Or is it all
This pillow shit.
Doesn't
This
ruin
is
my
real
run.
paranormal activity caught on camera?
You have a fucking feather
Or
pillow on your
is it all
couch.
Okay, the
just an
shadow figure
elaborate
running
hoax?
around,
You
that one
decide.
I could see,
New clothes.
Yeah.
but the rest of it I can't see. So therefore,
Okay.
I had to say it's fake.
I'm
I'm
This
gonna
is
be
the
real with
closest
you.
one to be
I could.
real.
I'm gonna be real with you. I could still comfortably take a shit in that head shop.
Yeah,
I
I'll
would
be
say
good.
a
I'll be
fat
fine.
100%.
You say what?
A fap.
Fap?
Yeah.
Oh, like it might be real, but you're a
Well,
little.
It could be real.
Draw
but
on that
it's-
line.
it's
Okay.
still drawn.
What do we?
Little fap.
What do we think in chat? Is it cap, fact, or a fap?
Fap.
What?
It means fact or cap, so he combined it to a fap.
Yeah, but he said cap fat.
No, fact.
I heard
Fat
fat.
Fat back.
Hit us in that one because
Is
that
it
was
big backed?
Akbar.
that was a big back fact, Bailey.
For comfort. Amateur paranormal investigators Jared, his brother David,
got my
and
black
a
cat
friend
for
get
the
together one night to
podcast.
investigate Jared's own house in
Oh,
Blackpool,
rude, yeah.
England. You see, Jared claims that he has experienced
This
some
one I'm
creepy, unexplained events in the house. So Jared's brother
why they got activity.
Great T-shirt, dude. Oh my god.
I need that T-shirt.
Homie probably got that shirt from fucking Target, dude.
Dude, I'm buying it online
All right.
somewhere.
I can't
That
do
is
the
a-
mustache anymore. Peel it off, brother.
Rip it off.
I can't.
Dude, you gotta rip it off like a
I
band-aid.
can't.
You want me to do it for
You
you?
got it.
No, it's gonna rip my hair, dude.
No, it's fine. You just gotta rip it off like a band-aid.
Yeah,
just
you
gotta
got
do
it.
it. There you go. Yeah,
I
there
heard it on the
is.
mic for a second there.
Yeah.
All right.
Tickle too much? You
Bring a tear to
practically
my
have
eye.
it.
No,
dude,
he's
almost.
tired of trying not to smile.
Yeah, dude. I can't.
Feel like a new man. I wish it was that easy to shave. You know what I mean?
I swear.
Just pull it off.
Brother David is holding an SLS camera with built-in night vision when he walks through the downstairs area to see if the camera maps out any strange figures.
These are cool.
But then something happens that absolutely freaks out everyone.
Using the night vision camera on the SLS, so that's why they're still behind me, because we don't want to keep mapping them.
Exactly.
We
There's
want
something
to
in
see
the
what we
corner
can
there,
map
Saul.
ourselves.
I don't know why, but black and white just makes it scarier.
It
Walk
does.
around the room, Dave. You never know. We caught some orbs in here last time I was up here.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm hoping to see
Also
some
most
of
of
there.
Slow down.
you never know.
Grab the wall.
We're back.
Stuck on two of the K2 meter.
KT, what was
Yeah,
that?
we've got Jen behind us doing the K2 and he's got a couple of lights on it, you know, so we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's all we can
cockney.
do. We just keep
Yeah,
going
so walk
past
around.
and see.
Okay.
What the hell?
Shiza.
Did I just...
We just keep
Yeah,
going
so walk
past
around.
and see.
What the hell?
There was a
That,
face.
that was
Can do.
fake.
There was a face.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
Oh my
It's
god.
Abraham Lincoln.
It's Abraham Lincoln.
See. Whoa!
It's a big face.
Cause here's the thing. When it comes to these things, it's always like a pan over and then
Yep.
back,
Yep.
and it's just like, oh, did you get that?
Did you get it?
You know what I mean?
Oh, I
It's
getcha.
always the same shit. It's like
I get you.
that's what I'm saying. Like you had to have seen that the first time around.
Yeah.
Like everybody, we saw it. You know, because that's the thing. We all saw it the moment he passed by it. So there's no fucking way that you didn't see some pale-faced motherfucker peeking by, hey, making cookies. Like, what's for dinner, guy?
Hey,
I don't know. I
Like,
think
Could
it,
someone
it-
say blow me for
panning
luck?
back.
Did you guys
It's
give
just
me
like
a-
double checking.
I'm here to
You
blow.
know what I mean?
Did you guys give me any meatloaf?
'Cause that's what I would do. I would,
Well-
see it, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but like, because he goes over it, gets almost out of frame, and then comes back. You know what I mean?
True.
Us, like, even just us being just real people, not trying to act it out and make it worse, we saw it immediately. Granted, I'll say that we're looking
We
for
are looking
shit,
for it.
but
Yeah.
also so are they. They're literally
Yeah.
investigating their shit, so there's no way in hell they're not looking for
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did I just see something or am I imagining that?
I don't
You're
know.
imagining it, brother.
You just got too high, brother.
Hell,
Gotta
I don't know.
hold back on that chief.
To me it looked like a face.
It looked like a face.
I thought I saw
Bollocks.
something.
I thought.
They have the really thick ones.
Yeah,
dude.
very cockney accent.
That's really spooky.
As David pans around the living room, he captures what appears to be a bizarre pale face peeking out from behind the door to the hallway.
Jimmy, I told you to get back in the basement.
Whoa! What the hell?
Stay in your
The
room.
group looks through the house and even attempts to debunk what they just saw.
Northern
But
Paranormal
they
Team
can
UK.
find no explanation as to what
Yeah, so they
this is.
I got them dicky waxes.
no, what I'm trying to say is these guys do this more than just his
Antoine's
house.
restaurant.
More than likely fake.
Isabel Riley recently told a very creepy story.
So yeah, so that
An
last
attention seeker.
yeah, so the
Wait,
last,
real?
that last one definitely fucking.
I thought
cap.
she was like, you actually seen
No,
her videos.
I don't know who that is.
No, that last one's definitely cap.
I agree.
Um,
Keep
but-
throwing my
A
vape.
lot of fucking makeup on her though.
I think it's also a filter.
Could be. If not, it's a
100%.
lot of makeup.
Be online and followed it up with one of the creepiest pictures you'll ever see.
I need to tell you guys about the most insane evidence that I have ever seen of a ghost existing. Backstory. I was at a company
Backstory.
get together with my CEOs,
Let her
my
cook.
coworkers, and one of the owners of the company. They've all looked at us and was like, hey, do you guys want to see a ghost picture? Immediately, yes. He begins to tell
Was he a dead body?
us
Hey, bud,
that he
you
was
wanna see
in
a
New
dead body?
Orleans at a restaurant called Antoine's.
I'll go with a stick.
New Orleans, first of all, super haunted city.
It is.
If you know, you know. And Antoine's
Stop,
is
shut
one of
up.
the oldest restaurants in the city. One of the oldest restaurants, I believe,
Who?
in
Not this
America.
chick, man.
It has
That's the thing.
Why are you
know,
so
you know.
offended?
It's just
No.
fucking annoying, man.
No, there's I forget who talks about it. I think it's rather some of the guys on Boys, or I think maybe it's Charlie.
If you know, you know.
I forget who it was. They always talk about because there's always the same girl. I think it was Eddie, the same girl that posts scary TikToks, but like she hypes it up and everything, and then she tells you this like 10-minute fucking dialogue.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Just give me the
and
fucking
then
picture and
goes
move
into
on.
it.
Give me the
This is why I said attention seeker. She has to give us all of this
Well,
fucking
she's
shit.
also-
It's
guys,
viewer retention.
But it's what it is. She's trying to actually make a story out of it and make content. So I can't be
Yeah.
mad at her.
I mean,
for it.
respect the hustle,
if
but
we're
fuck.
yeah,
I
if
can't be
he's-
mad at her for it.
I'm talking shit to talk shit,
Yeah.
for sure. As long as she's not doing that, like, oh my god, did you? And like, you know, what I mean, does like
She's
that
a younger
basic
gal,
shit.
so she's obviously gonna have today's lingo if you know, kind of thing.
That's lit AF.
Yeah.
a lot of history. It used to be a jail.
No cap, on God, for real, baby
is
girl.
a really well-established
Like that
place.
ghost
It's been around forever.
Fucking wild.
So he's dining at this restaurant,
So
and
this
he's
ghost hit the
offered a
gritty.
tour of the wine cellar. The wine cellar is huge, has thousands of bottles of wine, probably worth millions of dollars.
No
So
point.
he's taking a tour of the wine cellar. He's taking pictures. There's this guy in the wine cellar on a laptop who is apparently at auction buying more rare wine for the collection.
That's an old man.
My CEO takes pictures of this guy on his laptop, doesn't think anything of it, he doesn't see anything, leaves the restaurant, calls it a day. The next morning, he's looking through the photos and notices something. So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever.
Thank you.
And here is the next picture that he took.
I see the figure.
Bullshit.
So
What
we
the
all see
what?
that.
Where?
That is a full body apparition. Looks like a woman.
See the whole like
Oh,
woman.
okay.
You can see her face,
Typically-
hair.
Jesus.
From my extensive knowledge here, typically when you capture an apparition, it's usually on a thermal gun. And when it's a shadow figure, it never has that clear of a photo. I've never seen that, and I've fucking watched paranormal investigations like nobody's business.
Yeah, no, and it's like very easy to like do that. See, that's where it gets like so hard anymore to believe anything that you fucking see on the internet.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hell,
Yeah.
I took
This right here's the why Salem witch trials happened.
yeah,
The
like
internet
unless if
didn't
you like
exist.
the internet.
The
Imagine.
internet didn't exist. That's
because
what Salem witch
because
trials
like hell,
happened.
I took like scary pictures of like in like a ghost face costume and shit. And like it's so easy to and like just with the actual camera to like make it blurry and shit like that. Cause like I did this just with the camera. I didn't edit nothing. I didn't do anything. I didn't change.
Didn't
I don't know if
Ghostface
they can show-
grew shorter.
And so it would make it blurry, just kind of like how that picture is.
Like, apparently,
You know what I mean?
Ghostface can't reach the top of the fridge anymore.
Get fucked, cunts.
Crazy.
But he can't fit in a mouse hole.
And like I did that with like no editing, no nothing, just kind of unblur the camera, like
Yeah,
blur
if
the
you know,
camera.
you know.
No.
And in this like black
I
Victorian dress.
hate it here, dude.
And
Like,
when I
creepy for sure, but definitely Cap. Yeah.
was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
So just who could the
Hard
creepy
too much
alleged
Starbies,
ghost
dude.
woman dressed all in black in the
Lay
photo
off the
be?
macchiato.
For that, we go into the history of the restaurant.
Ugh.
Antoine Alciatore opened his restaurant all the way back in 1840.
Antoine?
Then in 1875, Antoine passed away when he was only 55 years old. When he died, he left his wife Julie in charge of the restaurant.
I'll be real with you, kind of looks
So
like her.
could this be Julie's
it
spirit
does.
still
Well,
looking
I mean,
at the restaurant
they would
from
know that
beyond
and maybe
the
fucking
grave?
dress
That
up like
picture
Well,
seems to be public
let
knowledge.
me know what you think.
That
Cap.
was Cap.
We need scary
I think it's Cap.
I think it's real.
I think it's real.
For realsies?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
I was like,
okay.
Fergie?
Okay.
You know? For real?
I'm gonna be real with you guys. All these are gonna
Fergie?
be Cap.
Yeah, hit us in chat too with that one. You guys, I mean, we need more interaction from you guys. We need to know if these are Cap
Look
or
up,
not.
look up like Conjuring House ghost captures, because that would be good. Because Conjuring House is based on real events.
How do you spell Conjuring?
Okay,
Not
buddy.
with a G.
J instead of G.
I mean,
U R. It's right there. ING. You're just gonna. You probably got to look up a little bit more than that.
I know. I'm just gonna put some shit, see what pops up. There's the boys. Because I knew it's probably just gonna be a lot of just probably what content creators. Audio footage. These are just like full documentaries and
There's
shit.
the Conjuring House shadow figure. That one's like 20 seconds.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, so I saved hundreds.
Wax figures
The money
creep me
I
out.
saved, thought I'd get a wax figure myself. Oh!
I went to a wax museum.
Only
So
pay
like
what
that
you
that would
need.
be something that would fuck with me too. If I were to like go to a wax museum, that would fuck with me hardcore.
Remember when Arnold Schwarzenegger went to the wax museum and stood as the Terminator and scared people? That was
Mhm.
legitimate. I fucking decked the shit out of Arnold.
Now that
Those
I
are
can-
clouds.
Shut up.
Clouds.
He's not wrong.
No,
saying,
there's,
those are
there's
clouds.
no open window in this library. That's
Right,
all
no.
bookshelves.
But here,
It's not a window,
this is a doorway. There's two doors in here. There's a window over there.
and it's probably nighttime
Wait.
because this is
Run it
night
back.
vision camera.
It says
Run it back, pretty
10:34
boy.
a.m. right there at the top.
It's 10 a.m.
10 a.m. Okay.
Those are clouds.
There's no way.
It's a cloud passing by the window. It just made this room darker. 100%. Because the whole room got dark.
And clouds.
And you can see it like kind of fluctuate a little bit. It's dark.
No, those are clouds, man.
And there's no like figure.
Watch. I want to see it all the way through. See if there's anything.
Yeah, there's no figure. And you can see it all throughout that area. There's no human that's like a doorway.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. You guys are probably most likely right. You're right on that.
Because it even got a little dark in here.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So, the Conjuring House. I forgot. Like, yeah, they have a whole thing, so we can even see clips of their shit.
Okay. Sweet. Door opening in the library. The door's already open.
Got rocks in front of it.
Oh, they still got electricity.
Oh, yeah, they're ghosts. They're not fucking.
It's your cat.
They're ghosts. They're not cavemen. They have electricity. Ain't much going on in this one. Is there a door open?
I think it's that door. Yeah, it's that door to the right.
Ah,
that one.
It could be the wind.
I mean, yeah,
So
it could be a windy day.
Yeah,
have
and
a door
this is a
open.
very, very
She's-
old, very
it's
old
like
house.
she's in a winter coat and
So-
a beanie.
But based on everything that's in this house, I could see
So,
that.
so the
being
thing
real.
about the Conjuring House 2 though is that you have to sign a waiver.
for spirit attachments, possession, if anything of that
And
nature.
then also that with that too, if you record anything, you're not allowed to upload it, like unless and they have to look over it. And if it's anything that's fake, like if they review their footage, and if it's fake, they will sue you. Like it's all in the documents and shit like
That's
that.
crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
So
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that could be real.
Okay,
Because that's typically what you see in like
Is that the
all the
patio
stuff
right there?
I've seen.
Am I seeing
Like the
outdoor-
slow open, dude.
It's slow opening. It's not
Yeah.
aggressive. I mean, you could get an aggressive open, of course, but it's typically if it's like a real negative poltergeist.
Yeah.
Got the Annabelle doll there.
Oh, the fake one. Yeah, they put a couple fake
Yeah.
ones and shit in there. I think in the Conjuring House, a lot of people leave offerings for the ghosts and shit.
Yes.
They leave like food
The
or like
fucking
dollars.
Ouija board on the mantle.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
that.
They tell you not to use a Ouija board in that
It's
house
so
too.
stupid.
Yeah, they're like
I will never.
They're like no use of Ouija
go to
boards.
Listen,
They're
here's
like-
the thing. I might be skeptical, but I will never touch a Ouija board.
Swear to God.
So okay, if you're skeptical, why won't you touch it then?
Because what if he's wrong?
Superstition.
Because of the
Yeah,
possibility.
Because what if he's
Yeah,
wrong?
like, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still like a little belief in there. You know
I've
what I
said
mean?
famously,
Take a
I'm
chance.
okay with being wrong, but I'm not going to go out of my way to find out.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if you are wrong,
If I
you're
am wrong,
fucked.
I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
you're
Yeah,
fucked.
exactly. I've seen
For
Ouija.
sure.
I've seen Ouija.
Ouija time.
I think something's wrong with your car, dude.
No, so okay, it's talk. Let's talk.
Let's talk shop.
It's-
Spirit box gets tossed.
It's talk a little bit of us and like the whole idea of believing or not believing in what goes on and shit. So, and this is where I really want chat. I need you to get a little bit more live. Pick it up.
Give us the ghost stories
Give
chat.
us give us your ghost stories or anything. That's something we can talk about too. Is our personal ghost stories and shit like that. So for me, well, actually, I'll start with Mikey. Mikey, what's some of your shit and the ghost stories and how you feel about it?
I don't think I have one.
Or okay, if you don't have a ghost story, then tell me. Just straight up tell me. Do you believe? Not believe? Skeptical? Not
Yeah,
skeptical?
I don't believe, and that's why like I just,
hardcore. Like, you
yeah,
just don't believe.
hardcore. Nah, there
Okay,
ain't
why,
no way.
why don't you believe in
Um,
the possibility of like ghosts and shit like that?
because I'd rather not believe. Because if I believe, I feel like that's terrifying.
So,
You know what I
so
mean?
you don't believe it in a just pure fear of that.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
it's-
just yeah,
So you're sheltering yourself from
Yeah.
that possibility.
Okay.
yeah.
Like
There
mentally.
ain't no way.
Brandon, obviously you believe.
Yeah, I'm like scale to 1 to 10. I'm a 10.
Okay. Like what makes you believe?
I mean, honestly, it was the thing that really got to me was when the first time I ever went into the woods. When we have a haunted woods here, and our
Yeah, so-
friend's grandfather
Yeah.
owns the property.
So yeah, you guys will probably maybe hear us talk about it. We
Yeah.
have a friend that has their grandparents have. Oh, speaking of ghosts, my fucking thing's getting out of focus.
It's
What
happening
if I
again.
went out of my way to do that? Like I've never gone out of my way
Yeah.
to look
And-
at
but the
shit
thing
like
is,
that.
is like if you're also gonna be skeptical and like not believe, you're not gonna also be open to the idea of it.
True.
And a lot of, at least paranormal investigators say, if you're open to it, it's more likely to kind of happen to you, or at least somebody
Yeah.
in the group is open to it. It's more likely to happen to you because your soul is being like, it's kind of like light to them.
Yeah.
You know, that's the
I
whole
think- I
religion
think
aspect
there's like
behind
a
it.
whole thing. Like if you
Yeah.
if you fully just do not believe, then nothing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And because like that's not to that's a belief of like
But even if you fear
after
it,
you go,
you're still
you know.
gonna have. That means you still slightly can't believe it. So therefore,
Right.
something could happen to you.
True.
I think that's also like a belief in like
That's just a religion thing.
in like in Egyptian religion
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
if you completely don't believe that anything happens after you die, then
Right.
you go
Yeah.
to nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time in my woods, I remember vividly seeing a like white figure up on top of the hill where like the gravesite was, and I pointed it out to Alex, and he saw it too.
Holy shit.
And I was like, "What is that?" And he goes, like, "I mean, because apparently what it is like it was big when the Salem witch trials happened again, and they killed off a lady and buried her along with her children in there in those woods."
See, I never experienced something like that.
I don't want to be wrong in telling the story, so maybe next time.
Keely says I've been yanked down my couch by my leg when I was like 14.
Yeah, that's wild.
Nothing was there, and I was terrified. And then I have a lot of
gypsy
blood in me, and when I sleep, sometimes I have visions where I can see into the future, but I have a story kind of with that,
Whoa.
but it's only when something bad will happen to me, and I started writing them down because there was so many to remember. That's fucked.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then so let's jump into you, Jams.
I don't believe
At all.
At all.
You
No, because there's just no empirical evidence that any of it exists.
But you say that you're skeptical enough to where you're not going to fuck with a
No,
Ouija board.
I've never. Yeah. So again,
Can't be wrong. I
I'm
mean-
skeptical enough that. But the thing is I don't believe because there's no evidence of it. But again, I'm not going to go out of my way to find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, so here's the thing: if it exists, it exists.
Or if it happened
know
to
what I
me,
mean?
like,
So, but the thing is,
or,
back to the
you
woods
know.
thing. I've been to the woods hundreds of times with these guys, Brandon included, and I never experienced anything.
I experienced something
Supernatural.
away from you guys while you all were in the woods with April.
I mean,
which
if
you can
I
vouch for.
that's fine.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not gonna. You know, your experience is your experience.
Because we did the white
what-
did the white people thing and said let's split up.
Yeah. What for me at least is I don't believe it because I haven't seen it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So, but again,
Exactly.
if it exists, I mean,
so whenever you hear people tell their stories, are you like bullshit?
I'm not. No. I'm not a dick. Well, and so here's the thing. My wife has told my wife has told me hundreds of stories about her childhood, and she's had close encounters. You know.
Yeah. With a turd kind.
But yeah. So I mean, I'm not an asshole about it. You know what I mean? If that's your experience, I'm not gonna denote that for you. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lessen that experience for you because it was real for you. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah.
it was real for you, then
Yeah.
it was real. You know. But the thing is like for me, I didn't go through that. I have never experienced anything like that. For me to say that I'm going to, I
Yeah.
don't think I will. But if it does happen, you guys will be the first to know because I'll be fucking
Oh,
scared. I mean, genuinely, it's like for people, I've heard all kinds of stories.
Yeah.
All kinds of stories. You know what I mean? So like, but I've never been the guy to be like, you're making that up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just
You
fucking,
don't-
you're
you
just
don't, like,
fucking lying.
challenge it.
Yeah, no, because there's no point in that. There's no point in that at
No.
all. They have their empirical evidence that it's happened to them. They have experienced things that have changed their view of the world.
And that's why
So
they
for
believe.
them, that is enough evidence for them to believe. That's
Mhm.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I'm not going to touch on religion, but that's the same. It's the same thing as religion, really. You know, people go through, they experience God in their own way, okay, and that makes them believers. For me, it hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the same thing as believing in ghosts or spirits or whatever. It hasn't happened to me. I just don't believe. You know,
I
so
mean, that's
but
fair.
again, I'm not the kind of guy to be like, you're just wrong. Okay, you know what I mean? Because that would be, first of all, just inappropriate. Because first of all, that would be like me looking at Brandon and saying, "Hey, God's not real, and you're not going to change my mind about it." That's just inappropriate, and it doesn't make any sense to me why people want to be that confrontational about something that doesn't change their life at all. It doesn't affect you.
That's some teenager.
And that's
Yeah.
why we do not talk about that stuff on the channel, and
Yeah.
why we continue to
Yeah.
leave that out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, for me, I was very skeptical of it at first, but like certain things have happened, and I'll tell the stories like have happened in my life that has changed that. 'cause-
Can I touch on something before you continue?
ahead.
So, my last name is Lucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blowing for lucky.
So the issue.
That's why you need that shirt.
So from the get of like, superstition, right? If you're lucky or not, fate and that kind of shit. I've always just not been a fan of it because of my last name. You know how many times I've heard in my life, you feeling lucky? Yeah, your last name's Lucky.
It's more like a curse.
So it's genuinely like it just annoys the shit out of me.
So what you're saying is, if I blow you, I'll
I'll get some luck.
I just don't. I've never been a superstitious person. I've never been a believer of the supernatural or anything like that.
fair.
Fate, luck, or
All of
whatever.
it's literally based on
I'm a little
experience, personal experience.
Destiny and all that other stuff.
Okay, so if you're superstitious, then why don't you because that's still a cosmic force, you know what I mean? In some sort of
Well, so
physical way.
Mikey shares a lot of the same beliefs our dad does, which is karma.
Yeah.
The real believers of karma, which
Oh, yeah.
isn't like any intrinsic spiritual. I mean, it is spiritual in
It's
a
not,
way.
it's not directly
It's
like
not-
leading
yeah,
to
exactly.
like, you know,
The ethereal.
It's
Yeah.
didn't Buddhism
Hi,
create
Mookie.
karma?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Well, it's shared in many beliefs, but
Yeah.
Buddhists are big into
so
karma.
So for me, and when it comes to that stuff, I was very skeptical at first, but I did have like an experience just actually down the road, actually on this road, in a house down the street, with a buddy of mine, RJ. We were up playing. We're actually upstairs playing D&D and shit. We're playing like a homebrew D&D match and stuff. And so the way that his house worked is that it goes up the stairs.
Listen, I blow it this way every time.
No, it's fine.
Fan blows it back.
I've gotten used to it by now.
My bad.
So it goes upstairs and then turns right into like a there's a platform, and then there's a room going into it, and then like into like this, and then the room that we're in. So whenever we're sitting, so if I'm sitting right here in the middle of the room and I look out through the door, I can see down the stairs, that little platform, and slightly into like the other room, right? And so we're both sitting there upstairs playing the game, and we were looking out into the stairway, and he had told me like previously before we started hanging out that there's a ghost here, that he's experienced a ghost that he called Whiteface because it's an all white figure or whatever, right?
White face.
And
yeah,
we're just sitting there, and like I said, we're upstairs. There's a curtain on the window, so it's not like it was a car light going by, because car lights can go by and you can whatever. I fucking shit you not see a white figure, not just like go past the shit. I see it go around and start going down the fucking stairs, and like I swear to Christ, that's what we fucking saw. Like everything that is holy in me, and so that kind of I was like, all right, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna go about my day. You know what I mean? Just kind of just setting it in my house. And then every day after that, you know what I mean? I just felt when I would be there by myself, because I remember one time specifically, I was just sitting there playing guitar. I had like my foot up on, I was in this middle room playing guitar. He was gone at work, so I was just kind of chilling there and everything. And I just felt like somebody was like behind me the whole time. Like I just felt weird.
Yeah, you
I
would
just
feel
kept
like
getting this
pressure or something.
very weird fucking feeling. You know what I mean? And I didn't even say anything. We hadn't even talked. This was fucking like weeks after it. You know what I mean? Maybe even fucking months. And I just felt fucking weird. You know what I mean? Like just random ass day, like somebody was behind me the whole fucking time. It was the same thing when we were at the woods. I felt like somebody was right behind me the whole time, like on my fucking heels.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that like really, really, really got me was obviously we've talked about, Dylan passing away and shit like that. And I think I've told this story to you guys before. So not to get too like dark or anything else like that. So the way that Dylan passed away is that whenever he was struck by the car, it snapped his neck. You know what I mean? That's how he died. And so, that's kind of fucked with me. And so, we're gonna get kind of deep for a second. Dylan passing away and Dylan being as close as I was to him, I was talking to him and myself, you know what I mean, just kind of in a car ride or whatever. And I was like, Dylan, you were, taken too early, blah, 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 all this stuff. I was like, live your life through me. You know what I mean? Because like me, I grew up with a very shitty life and, shitty childhood, whatever, like, fuck it. And I was like, live your life through me. Like, you deserve it. You're a better person than me. Live it. And like, I shit you the fuck not. The entire time that was going on, it was like a month of that going on after I did that. I felt like absolute dog shit. I just felt horrible. My neck was stiff all the fucking time. And I put this on everything. I'm not up talking it or anything. Because also you guys know how serious I am about Dylan and Dylan's passing and shit like that. And that's why I wouldn't up talk this or bullshit or anything else like that.
Absolutely.
But I just felt like absolute fucking shit for like a month straight. And I was driving home one day, and and so a lot of during that month of that, I would crack my neck because like my neck would just be very stiff. It would hurt. I would crack it a lot and just keep doing it and everything. And one day I was going home and I was like, you know what, Dylan, it's time for you to go. You know what I mean? Because depending on what you believe in, it's the whole Japanese thing that if you hold on to a person, they stay here. Yeah. They can't pass on. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you miss somebody real bad, you have to let them go, or they're going to be stuck on Earth, and cannot pass on to the next life or whatever.
Right.
And so I kind of, I was sitting there thinking about that, and I was like, maybe I am doing this, and also it's bad for me and my own mental health to be holding on to them. And one night I was just like, Dylan, it's time for you to go, man. Like, I miss you, love you. blah 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 blah. And you know, I was like, it's time for you to go. You know, you're not allowed to be with me anymore. You know what I mean? It's time for you to go and all that shit. And immediately, and I'm not even like on my fucking daughter's life, dude. Immediately, this is like rush of heat over my body, like my neck, my like everything, and like all that pain like went the fuck away. Like all that neck pain, everything. I felt so much fucking better. Like the next day, I had the greatest fucking day. Like I felt good. You know, it was the one time, like, you know, after like Dylan's death that I actually like felt like good. You know what I mean? And it was just such a like intense, insane fucking feeling. You know what I mean? And that right there for me was just like something's. And then I just started dealing with like the corporeal feeling, the corporeal aftermath of popping my neck. You know what I mean? Of like, because like there is scientifically, you know, you keep popping your neck and stuff like that, there's going to be physical problems and shit like that. Yeah. So I just dealt with that, but like not even joking, like it was just immediate and this rush of shit. You know what I mean? And that right there was like, there's something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's. I now believe in some sort of, you know, thing. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, personally, like, without getting into it, like, I've been on this whole spiritual thing and everything, trying to figure it the fuck out. Because, like, that was just, like, the most, I don't know, mind awakening thing that's ever fucking happened to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, push the other, like, ghost sighting aside, that alone was fucked. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's why I believe it full-heartedly. You know what I mean? Because like, it just had such a, and because you know, obviously that having such an intense moment, you know, an intense impact onto my life, and then feeling that, you know what I mean? It just, yeah, that did it then for me.
Yeah. Do you remember when another friend of ours had passed, Travis? When he passed.
Yeah. So
do you remember his brother?
Which
he had
one?
a balloon. Dakota.
Yeah.
Dakota had posted on Facebook. I saw this post, and it gave me chills. But and the balloon said, "Will you play with me?" And it was from Travis's birthday or something along those lines. 'Cause
Yeah.
It was. I think he died a little after his birthday or something.
I think it was before.
It might have been before, but they had balloons for him for his birthday, and the balloon like magically like he said that the balloons were in the living room and they appeared in front of his door when he opened it. Like one of them said it, and it said, "Will you play with me?" on it. Creepy, but you know, he posted that picture of it, and you know, gave a heartfelt message on Facebook.
Yeah, and so with Travis, so I'll say this is kind of a fuck thing, and this is what we're talking about with the whole gypsy thing of like believing, like seeing like the future type stuff. Like if you're anybody that believes in like, you know, what's it called? You said it the other day, deja vu.
Deja vu.
I see things at deja vu of like,
I've had deja
I don't know how many fucking times I've like I specifically remember having a dream of being in this spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is,
this is actually a common human occurrence.
yeah, like I just remember that
It happens,
this moment.
except for people who don't have dreams.
Yeah.
My dreams morph into each other.
So
I have
there's a rare
sometimes.
there's a rare condition that people just don't have dreams, and they also don't have an imagination.
Some people don't have inner monologues,
Right.
which is weird to me.
Right. For people like that, they don't experience stuff like deja vu. But for most people, they go through things like that. They have dreams where they remember doing something, and then like experiencing it like the day after, or even like shortly after.
Yeah, and that's a whole. I guess into like the whole thought of like reincarnation. You know, what I mean? Well, not reincarnation, but like, you know, past life type. Oh yeah, reincarnation. I
Yes,
guess.
reincarnation.
But I mean, so that's what deja vu in and of itself is a explanation to debunk people saying that they see the future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which again, I'm not against anybody's
deja vu.
personal belief or anything like that.
But the thing about with Travis specifically, so like whenever I started to find out that like Catherine was going to be born, like I remember having.
Also, I will say, Martina, that story is.
Oh yeah, okay, we didn't see it. That's
Very
right.
spooky.
I was staying the night with a friend at a friend's house, and there was a spot in her house that I did not like. And one day I stayed the night at her house, and I woke up from a dream by a sleep demon that was right in my face and took my breath away. Fuck that.
Yeah,
Sounds terrifying.
our dad has had sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis is
So,
the worst.
So a lot of, and again, I don't. Your belief is your belief, but my, sleep paralysis is a condition.
It is.
And some people have said that they see things.
I've seen shadow figures in it.
They say hallucinations, but also a lot of people think that it is a close encounter. You know what I mean? So, which, again, fine. I've never experienced it myself. I don't have sleep problems, thank God. But to even experience sleep paralysis in and of itself is fucked.
Well,
but
there's
also to
insomnia.
see things when you go through sleep paralysis is so much worse. Yeah.
So whenever I experienced it for the very first time, I was living in my first apartment by myself, and Averill had just moved out to come live here.
Yeah.
And so I did leave. So my bedroom, the way my apartment is designed, is my bathroom is directly in front of my bedroom. So I left my bathroom light on, and my bedroom door is open, and I see steam coming out of there. And I tried to say Averill. I remember trying to say it, and it just came out as like that, and I was just like, oh shit. You realize you're in it. If you realize you're in it, you can get out of it. And I learned that while doing it. But I see it looks like two dogs fighting, like shadow figures. I don't know. It just looks like two things wrestling around. And then I'm like looking at it all, freaking out internally. And next thing you know, they're up on my bed, and I can feel them right on top of me. Like, not like putting pressure on me, but they're right there. You know what I mean?
I've heard like people feel like they have them on their chest.
Yeah,
you know
Averill
what I
has
mean?
said he's had him on his chest.
Yeah, she's been sitting in front of the
Girl, I'm not trying to kill you.
Choke her out.
Come on.
Choke slam my cat on the table.
He's like grabbed her by the fucking neck.
It was cuteness aggression. But no, but the way I deal with it is because of, I think there was a couple other times I had shadow figures and stuff, but you can close your eyes in sleep paralysis. I do remember that. I was able to close my eyes.
You have control of your eyes.
And I closed my eyes,
Nothing
and I went,
else.
wake up, wake up, wake up, and I woke up. And I was like, oh, crap. I was awake after that, dude. I was like, that was intense. But, like, that's, like, you can battle it, at least that.
Yeah.
You can be like, wake up, wake up, wake up. Or, like, just tell yourself to scream at yourself internally to wake up, and you will wake up. At least for me. I don't know about other people because it's up to experiences with sleep paralysis. There's different kinds.
You ever, like, have sleep paralysis and you start seeing like pentagons being drawn on the wall?
Nope. If I see that, dude, I am going for a cleansing. And I'm bathing in holy water
He
for a
still
week.
thinks pentagon is a pentagram.
Yeah. Pentagon's been hit, boys.
All right,
Going
take it
down.
easy. Take it easy.
Whenever I hear it, it's the same
So,
thing.
what was I getting into before we started getting into that?
You just talked
Travis.
about Travis.
Oh, yeah, Travis. Okay, so yeah. So what were you talking about, Travis? Like
Catherine about being born.
when Catherine was being born, I fucking swear to fuck on this one too. Like I remember him handing me something, like something wrapped up in something, and was like, "It's time," kind of thing. You know what I mean? And the way that I see that, and the way that I look at it was, me needing to grow the fuck up. You know what I mean? And have this child.
Trying to be a father.
And it's time to, and to be, this girl dad kind of thing. Because obviously, as James would know too, having a girl makes you a whole different type of
tough
man.
stuff,
You know what I
man.
mean?
It's tough stuff.
Because like,
I want to grow really bad.
like it makes you a whole different type of man. Because it makes you want to be the man that you need to be, that you want your daughter to be with whenever she gets to that age.
I've
what I mean?
heard celebrities and other people say it, but in interviews and everything. But that girl, you're gonna be her first love.
Yeah.
Guy wise.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Cece wants nothing to do with mom. It's always dad.
Yeah.
Dad, I want you to hang out with me.
I know she did that right
Why don't you
before
go,
we
yeah,
were going
why
like
don't you,
earlier.
Why don't you just I just want to spend time with your mom for a little bit, but I want you to spend time with me.
I was never attached to my dad until like my teenage
I
years.
literally
As a
said
kid,
it.
I was mama's boy.
I literally said it in front of Ryan earlier. I was like, "This is what codependency looks like."
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, those experiences in my life are 100% why like I believe in what I believe in, and and I'm one to believe in like life happens for a reason, so certain things because like my current predicament.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not going to get into my current predicament, but I feel that I'm in it to be able to focus more on the things that I love doing.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it ideal? Fuck no, because I mean, not that I don't want to be here, but like it's the type of man that I am, I'm very, very independent.
Yeah.
Like I will sit there. I mean, James, I sat there with James in the room while I was setting everything up. Him just sitting there watching me do it. And then eventually he's like, I'm gonna fucking help you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think he talks about it.
I've tried helping you move
yeah,
before.
Yeah,
Doesn't work.
he just straight up will just, as long as you're keeping him company,
He's
he's
good.
fine.
It's, you know
I'll
what
do
that's
it all
called,
on my
right?
own.
That's called body doubling. Kira has it.
Yeah.
It's where as long as someone's there as a presence to talk to,
It gives you all
happens
the
with me.
energy. It gives you all the energy to do it
you
yourself.
need.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
like,
sir.
it also works for me. As long as just talking.
And
to
like,
me.
and I'm somebody like I'm fine with like, cause like I set up all this shit by myself. I'm fine with doing
You know what's
it.
crazy? I have a
doing it.
weird version of that. Is I enjoy video games a lot more when I have somebody
Someone
to
with
talk
you
to.
Experience okay, sorry, I think you meant like experience.
I mean, experience it, talk to,
Like, even
ask
if
me
you're not-
questions about
even
it.
if you're not playing the same game. 'cause,
Yeah,
like, in
if
Discord,
you're
playing
not
different
if you're not
games.
playing the same game with me, it's like if I'm playing a single player game and Savannah's like asking me questions, like she would sit down and watch me play Fallout for a little bit
Hell yeah.
recently even, and she was like, "So what's going on there?" And I was like, I don't know.
Dude,
It's just
oh
like
my God.
It's
So,
my favorite fucking thing.
I'm gonna say
my
that.
love for you is what's going on.
Oh,
It's
dude.
amazing.
I know.
This is
I'm gonna
crazy.
say this because like I'm a fucking single Pringle, so I'm gonna say this. You want straight to my fucking heart, dude? Start asking me questions about my game.
Yeah, dude.
100%.
Honestly, that's the quickest way.
Tom says, "Is this a circle jerker podcast?" Just
We're circle jerking on our podcast, brother. What's up?
Hey, you've been on this podcast,
double
buddy.
fist-
You
yeah,
tell
welcome to
us.
the circle
you
You were
tell
just on
us.
one of the last podcasts.
You
Welcome
tell
to the
us,
circle
buddy.
jerk. You tell us what you want back in. That's what.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I like
No,
your
yeah,
words are
dude. So the
collapsing.
quickest
down.
way for dudes who enjoy video games, ask us about our video
Yeah,
games.
no, straight up. It like 100%.
Buy us a
You-
battle pass and ask us what we get out of it.
Yeah, buy me the battle.
Buy
pass.
us a battle pass and ask us what we get out
Or
of
just
it.
let us game after a long, hard day at work. That's all I
Yeah.
have to say.
No, but yeah, straight a good
Or
way. to-
even just play a game with us.
Yeah, that too.
yeah,
My
Anything.
God, if you play a
Well-
game with us,
Oh
we
my
will
God.
geek out about it.
yeah.
The first time me and Savannah played Stardew Valley,
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, that's another thing. Like, don't be
I talked about it for days.
don't be afraid to like play games together. Like, even if you're not somebody to play games,
Yeah,
like sit
don't
down
be,
and
listen,
ask.
do not
don't
be
sh-
scared to be bad at video games.
Yeah.
If you want to play video games and enjoy the interest of your significant other, give it a shot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're not going to make fun of you. You're trying.
Because the thing is, like we play video games, so we play. You know, there's a lot of us that play.
Everything.
You know, a bunch of different video games. So
play
we can always
sports
find
games,
something
too.
that you're good at. A board game, D&D even. That's not like a game that literally you can't be bad at D&D.
Goddamn right, it's not a game. It's a fucking way
Ah.
of life, baby.
I'm bad at D&D.
Your fucking wife and your are you guys dating?
Yeah.
Okay, your girlfriend needs to
Your
learn
lady.
how to
Yeah.
fucking ask questions in D&D. You guys fucking suck at it and don't know how to interrogate people, ask questions, how to prolong the fucking
And-
story.
And
Oh
guess
my
what?
God.
You can be bad at D&D. Congratulations.
No,
You just
no.
figured it
So
out.
here's the thing. You can't be bad at D&D.
No,
That
you
gives me a
can't.
good tip whenever I actually
Just
want to
bad
do it
at,
with
you're just
you
bad at
guys.
talking.
So you can't be bad at D&D. They're still brand new. They're going through.
They're
it.
new people.
So
they don't know how.
The thing is, you have to be a little forgiving.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So,
am, but fuck me. Like I have to save you guys and like ask. Like,
I mean,
here's the proper question.
the thing is you play a lot of video games. They do not play a lot of
No,
video games.
I know.
So,
I'm
you
just talking
can't,
shit.
You can't be bad
I
at video. You
do
can't be
play
bad at
video
D&D.
games.
Yeah, he does. He has no excuse. What's his excuse?
He's not bad at D&D.
Oh, hot take.
He doesn't ask the right question.
He doesn't ask questions.
That's the problem.
No, it's
So
not.
therefore he's
his
not
character,
asking the right
His
questions.
character isn't designed to ask questions.
Are you a mute?
Yeah.
Nice.
No.
He has no
mute.
mouth.
So look, okay, so
You can be a mute, right?
I can go into it if you want me to.
could.
There
That's
are
boring.
specific classes that are just better at
Rogue.
talking to people. No,
No, like I'm just saying
Rogues.
in general. Like rogues don't talk, right?
high charisma.
No, I'm a rogue. I
High
have
charisma. High charisma is the ones you usually
Not a
want
rogue.
talking to people because they
Fucking
can
flirt.
they can persuade people. They're just better at talking to people.
Yeah.
So like every other class can do it, but the ones that have higher charisma are going to be the more effective ones at doing it. Mikey doesn't have charisma in his D&D.
Dude, I
character.
played Elden Ring. I feel
No riz.
confident to do it.
No riz.
No riz.
But and I hope Keely and Savannah, you're still watching because I meant that.
They're not.
Oh, no, the viewer count's been pretty
Hey,
good.
by the
so-
way, shout out to you guys. You guys have been sticking with us.
No, the viewer. So yeah, I want to take another second because we're
Great.
fuck off. I'm happy that this shit's going well. Fuck you. No,
Hey,
you guys have been doing super
listen,
great.
I give a lot of shit about it, but yeah, I'm very happy about it too. It's pretty cool,
Samesies.
and
No.
it makes my dick digger.
All right.
I'll blow him for luck.
But no, it's been super good. Like people
It's a little
sticking
sus
in.
in
Like the
here.
viewer count has been staying like super steady this entire time. It's dipped down a little bit, but staying. Like everybody's staying and keeping and coming back because I know it's on the phone. You know, you might have to start watching something or answer a text message, so you might dip out and come back in, whatever.
Or you can just buy an iPad.
Appreciate it. You know, some people. I've even gotten pictures of people putting it on their fucking TV. You know what I mean? That's what I've been doing. You know, over here, people putting it on their TV and shit. I appreciate it so much. It makes me so fucking happy. But what were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about the whole, you know, if you want a quick way to our hearts and shit like that. But what were we going after that? Go before that.
I don't know. Wrapping
Well,
up the
I was gonna
podcast.
say, we've gotten to
Got
the
on a
point where
tangent.
we don't talk about scary movies anymore, so we should
it's
probably
just
wrap up.
Yeah.
My ass is hurting.
Yeah, we're getting close to like the 3-hour mark.
It's a
That's
wrap.
typically
I do
what we
say
get at.
next week we should record our movie episode.
I'm down with that.
Our
So what's
live-
everybody feeling? We've been thinking about doing because like to a little bit behind the scenes, we did record a movie, just straight movie.
It was a movie
episode.
ranking.
Okay, we
episode,
didn't
though.
record a movie.
I made a
Say
movie.
We were.
That's a good movie, actually.
I made a movie.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's. I made a movie. What is it? Yeah, no, I'm there too, but I don't want to. Anyways, it's a Jack Black movie where they run a rental, like a movie rental
don't know.
shop.
Just don't worry about it. Just don't
No,
worry
I'm-
about it.
I'm worried about it.
You get it. Don't interrupt him when he's doing it.
Suck me.
But we recorded a video, not the video, but the audio of a movie episode that has not been released yet. You know, because we recorded it and then we just started immediately going into like the live shit, and that's why.
Be kind. Rewind.
That's why we haven't, you know, done that. We're probably thinking about redoing it and shit. That's where we got the idea of doing the scary movies because it was, you know, Halloween time. Because tomorrow's Halloween?
Tomorrow's Halloween.
Tomorrow's Halloween, baby.
So happy Halloween to everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Watching
Happy
if you watch
Halloween.
this
Favorite
after.
holiday.
I can't wait for a Christmas episode. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I'm
can
I'm
wait for
gift
Christmas.
giving. I'm
And
gift
you know
giving.
what? Everybody's gonna wonder why James doesn't like Christmas. You'll find out on the fucking Christmas episode.
Yep. So make sure you come subscribe.
Hopefully, I'll be back on.
We can't. We also can't do it the week of Christmas because I will be out of state.
Well, no, we won't do it on the week of Christmas. We'll definitely do it like early.
I'll
or
be
something
real
like
with you.
that.
Probably gonna have to skip that week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas might be one where we
Well,
don't. do
Thanksgiving is
anything.
going to be one where we don't because I'm going to be also out of state. I
Oh,
meant to
Thanksgiving's on a
mention
Thursday, so definitely not gonna
So,
be able to
yeah.
do that.
that. No, like Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, I'm going to be gone.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna be able to do that.
No, we have to do that. Thanksgiving and Christmas is one of those.
The
things.
holidays, you know, New Year's, Thanksgiving, the big ones. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But
fuck New Year's. I don't give a fuck about New Year's.
New Year?
I agree. We could even do a New Year's
We can just
episode.
pop some beers in here and talk about
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. We can watch the ball drop on here or whatever.
I'm gonna say we just have to show our ID on camera.
But
Don't do that. Don't show your ID on camera.
it's live. I can't cover that. But get your fucking harmonica out of
I
here.
did it on purpose.
Hit that note.
It was continuous too. Midwest goodbye. Moving on.
No, we're trying to fill the time because we're at 2:59.
It's fine. By the time you do it with the
But no, thank everybody for coming and hanging out and being a part of this. Mikey, thank you for coming and being, man.
Yes.
I appreciate you finally getting over your nerves and coming and hanging out with
Yeah.
us.
big moves.
It's not that bad, man.
Also, the
No.
best costume of the night for
Oh, 100%. If
also-
we had a costume party, you want it.
Yeah.
The worst part
100%.
about our podcast is getting bullied by Annie, and she disappeared like halfway
Yeah,
through.
and
so.
Annie is the worst part of our podcast.
So Annie, thanks for showing up and then leaving.
Annie is definitely one of the best parts of our podcast. We super appreciate her. She comes in and bullies us all. She called James fat. No, she didn't. She said something about.
I mean, it was close, man.
It was something about. She was
like
calling one of my.
it was like a couple frames difference. I'm telling you.
She was calling one of my cats like big back, and we thought we were.
Yeah, I thought she was calling me big back. And I'm like,
It was-
God damn, that's
It
brutal.
was the episode that we were talking. I think we were talking about food that day too. So it just
Yeah.
kind of it really just kind of
really
sit in.
did.
Yeah, and then
what I
what
mean?
did she say? Was it last week or week before? She
Something.
bullied me about something. I don't remember. what it
Yeah.
was.
But no, Annie's great.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but yeah, no,
She's a fun person.
super thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Like I said, everything's been been going so well. You know, we're getting so close to the goal there. You know, everybody's coming in. The last person to sub, Chelsea, thank you so much for coming
Shout out you.
and subscribing. being one of the new subs in here. Like the last stream that we did before this, we were at 70 when we started. By I think the next day we were at like
76.
76? Yeah.
77.
So
76.
Super appreciate it.
Like
but
Fallout.
the way that we get there and the way that this continues going is your guys' support, sharing it, liking it like Lisha, and subbing like Sam. Just continuing to do that. You know, make sure you guys, because I can see how many people is not subbed and subbed. So
We have the analytics.
And by God, does he tell us every fucking time?
I do.
every week.
Because
Every week.
this shit's very
Every week,
important
it's
to
a
me.
very depressing text. Like, hey, there's like 25% of these motherfuckers now.
No, that's the thing. That's what
subbing.
pisses me off. Because 70 is it's like a perfect thing. It's a quarter of you guys start subscribing. No, it actually went down to like 18%.
Nice.
I think.
So you guys have been doing good.
So no, it's been doing great. Thank you guys for
Congratulations, you did something free.
coming and actually subscribing. Yeah, it's free to sub. It's free to sub.
We're
So
a non-profit as of right now.
but no, you guys can subscribe, hit that little notification bell, so that way you know when we go live. Also, with the people that watch us, that has us personally on, Facebook and Instagram and shit like that, that we blow up our social media with it. My social media is literally nothing but the podcast.
Yeah, mine's just littered with it.
So I'm not sorry. Don't care. But we couldn't be getting there without you guys and without you guys doing it. So we super appreciate that. The merch stuff, we're getting that figured out. Still kind of just have to buy more of the resources, paint, shirts, all that stuff. We're thinking about doing like a little giveaway, maybe.
Yeah, a little giveaway.
We'll kind of.
Hey, we'll take some donations. Just
Well,
say 25 cents a time.
We might, we'll maybe give out a couple, 3 free shirts or something like that with certain
I gotta
things.
put my kids to work. Start a sweatshop in my house.
I'm just saying, if every single one of our subs gave us 25 cents, we'd be at 1975, which was also a great year, apparently.
For a low price of 5 cents a day.
Yeah.
You could save a child in Africa and give him a sweet nostalgia t-shirt.
Yeah, we can
Give
cover
them
them
some
up.
sweet nostalgia swag.
Yep. But yeah, no. So we'll have that keep going. So do follow us. We do have I forgot to put it in here along with the thing. Gotta make room on the UI here. We do have a official Makeshift Rain production. I need
Makeshift.
toothpaste brand.
Yes, sir.
Makeshift.
Shout
Yeah,
out
we
Makeshift,
do.
bro.
That'd be
The
great.
nostalgic toothpaste.
It tastes like pennies.
It tastes like grandma's purse
Tastes like
pennies.
wet nickels.
Yeah.
Grandma's purse pennies and
Broken dreams.
fucking Thin Mints.
100%.
Tastes like a checker piece.
Ew.
That'd be fun.
Gross.
But no, those will be out soon. We'll have all that stuff going. We'll let you know. But you can find that by following the Sweet Nostalgia Instagram page. I think that's sweet_nostalgia _1. You can find us there on Instagram. Follow that to where you can just get fun posts that we'll be making on there. We're trying to get more regular on there, getting clips and putting clips on there. All that stuff, getting like a TikTok, all the social medias. We're trying to become a legitimate brand and start legitimately doing stuff. Make it taste like the old dentist stuff that they put in your mouth that was flavored.
I know.
Cotton
I
candy.
know.
Or
a dentist.
Flintstone vitamin.
That fluoride shit. is
Yeah, I
what they
know.
put in your
Yeah, I know a
mouth.
dentist. I'll get that flavor for you guys. Don't
We'll
worry.
get it.
Yeah, everyone should know a dentist. Let's make that clear.
I know it personally.
No,
okay?
no. Nothing against you. But
Yeah, but
there,
everyone should
some
know a
people
dentist.
listen. They might not listen now, but if you go back and listen, if you don't know a dentist, you should probably get a dentist.
Yeah. They're pretty nice.
Dude, your tooth and gum health is important.
Yeah. And when they try to talk to you with everything that's in your mouth, it's kind of scary. But
Eat your vegetables.
It has nothing to do with dentistry, but yeah, do that too.
Yeah, do that. All right. Well, everybody, you guys want to say your goodbyes and stuff? Mikey will lead with you saying your goodbye.
Bye.
It's a good one. It's solid.
That's the tried and true classic.
Tried and true. We like the classics. Right? We like the nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about here.
hugs and kisses and requiesca kumpachi.
Dude, sometimes you say the cringiest shit. You know that? I'm just playing, bro. It's a joke. Back
Calm
off.
down.
Look
He's
at him. So serious.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm fucking with them.
All right, hugs and kisses, guys. Thanks for coming.
All right. And as always, I was your guys' host, Ryan. Thank you guys for coming and watching Sweet Nostalgia and Reba's Deer Cheese. See you in the next episode.
Bye.